Good morning, or afternoon, or evening. Welcome to the next episode, the newest episode of the Next Phase. This is episode 3 now. This episode is sponsored again by Izaha, that's izaha.com. Izaha is a clothing line which specializes in Arabic hats, so caps, beanies, and there's a lot more products coming there. But yeah, Arabic style, top quality clothing. Go check out izaha.com. Today's episode is with a friend of mine called Abs, who I met at university. We lived together in uni, and he studied marketing, which is really prominent kind of with people who, if you're interested in how to market your business or you're interested in social media and that kind of stuff. Abs has a lot of knowledge on this kind of stuff. He left university. So after he graduated the same year as me. He went straight into a graduate scheme. So we're going to talk in this podcast about what it's like to go from a degree straight to a graduate scheme, whether that's something that he regrets or that's something that he's happy he did, what he's learned so far. We also mentioned what it's like for him to leave his parents' house, because he used to live in Bristol and then he came from Bristol, moved to London for work. So what that's like at his age, his past experience. And other than that, to be honest, we just spent a lot of time just chatting rubbish. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. We had a lot of fun making this one actually, but it's about like 2 hours long or something, so you better buckle your seatbelts and let's get straight into it. Okay, and we are live. We are in the building with Abs. This is the third caffeinated drink I've had today, this coffee, so I'm gonna be buzzed. Does coffee make you anxious?
What, me?
Like having too much of it?
I don't know. I don't think it has like an effect on me in the sense that like I feel like really energetic. It just stops me from falling asleep.
How many coffees do you have in a day?
Tend to have maybe 2.
I normally tend to like just have one, and then so like rarely I'll have 2, but that's max. Today this is my second coffee, but it's my third like dose of caffeine, so I'm gonna be very anxious or like jittery now.
Why do you drink it? Or you just need it?
I'm addicted. Mine is phase when I'm an addict. No, like now. Well, actually, our coffee stories like in our coffee stories like entwined with each other.
You helped me start drinking coffee.
Yeah, I got you into. Well, I got you addicted to this stuff.
Yeah, we started on mochas, the gateway drink.
I know, it was a gateway.
And then now, usually I drink it black, no sugar.
Are you serious?
And before I could
remember
not
at
drink
uni
it to save my life.
That's insane.
I used to think it was so disgusting, and now I'm fine with it.
I remember the stories. So we lived together at uni, and this is in third year, innit, when our like exams were getting tough and stuff. And I had got into coffee about. I'm saying like it's a proper drug. Like, so I had basically got into coffee
It's like a huge
about
life event.
I was about to say 10 years before you.
Yeah.
What the hell am I saying? I got into coffee like maybe a couple months before you, and then you were like completely against it.
No, I wasn't against. I wanted to get into it because I was always tired,
Oh, but you didn't know how.
but like I couldn't stand it. And then you were like, "Yo, I know this thing. It's called a mocha."
But because I used to go for coffee a lot in you, because that's how you like. A lot of the times, if you want to like meet up with someone, like you would just go grab a coffee. But I hated coffees, so I'd have a hot chocolate, and then I was started getting sick of having hot chocolates because it's so sweet and it's just too much. So, this person was like, "Yo, have you tried a mocha? It's like halfway between a hot chocolate and a coffee." I was like, "Huh?
Yeah.
What?" And I had it, and then I hated it at first. I couldn't stand it, and then I was like, and then I just started having more and more, and I started liking it, and eventually I moved on to, like just a regular white coffee, and then I went to a latte, which is what I love. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's all I drink now. And then I remember you saying you're tired and stuff, and one time I was like, "Bro, just have a mocha."
Yeah.
And then you got like crazy with it. Like you'd be like, "Faze, should we go for a mocha? Faze, constantly, should we go for a mocha? Like halfway through the library, should we go for another mocha? Can you have another mocha?" I was like, "Bro, how much coffee can you drink?" And you went from 0 to 100 so quick.
Yeah.
Like I introduced you to mochas, and I'm sure like 2 weeks later you were like having black coffee, no sugar. I still can't have black coffee, no sugar.
Like I think it got me through uni because I was just
same.
so tired. It was so hard to like revise for that long, and like I just needed coffee. And now, I just drink black coffee, no sugar. But if you think about the mochas and like all the Costa stuff, because that's what we were drinking, there's just so much sugar in it. It's just so bad. Like, I eat so badly anyway, but like I usually don't drink anything bad.
Think about how much money we spent on coffees in uni.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
'Cause
I
we never
spend
made it at
nothing
home.
on it now.
Have you heard of
Literally-
Coffee Mate?
What's a coffee mate?
Coffee Mate is like, so you make the
Coffee make.
Coffee Mate, like Mate.
Okay.
It's a brand. Basically, I've got it downstairs. I'll show you later. But it's like you make a normal coffee like how you make tea. So you put your coffee in there, and then you put your water, boiled water, and then instead of adding milk, you add like 2 heaps of Coffee Mate, and it makes your coffee like really creamy, and it's like a powder.
What
It's
does it
like
do? Why
powdered
would you not
milk.
have milk? It's healthier.
Would you say milk's healthier?
Why would you have the powder instead of milk?
It's very easy.
Oh, it's just for convenience. Because it's so hard to put milk in coffee. Is that what you're getting at?
No, but,
No,
no, but like it, I don't know, it's
That is
creamy as
falling from market.
it's creamy as well. I don't know. Oma introduced you to ask you. Why are you questioning me, huh? I'm just telling you about what I heard. No, but yeah, we must have spent so much money on them, man.
Yeah.
What's one having lived with me in uni? What's one thing do you reckon that about me after living with me that my followers wouldn't know about me?
That wouldn't know about
Yeah,
you.
that they don't already know about me. Something that you would learn by living with me.
That is a hard one. I'm trying to think of things you've told them. So you said like you're a morning person. They know that.
Yeah.
God.
But also, like when I make my YouTube videos, I'm not. I'm always like vocal about the fact that I'm very. The way I am in my YouTube videos is because I'm in a good mood, so I want to make a video.
Yeah.
So a lot of my followers obviously haven't seen me in. I haven't really made a video on YouTube like when I'm like feeling upset or angry or something, you know. So they've only seen that particular side of me.
This is gonna sound silly, but you're the most organized and disorganized person at the same time.
How am I organized?
Because you're always trying to like plan your day, like
Oh, yeah.
the entire day before you leave your door. Whereas I'm like, I'm just gonna get out the door first, and then kind of think
yeah,
about.
I'm just most your most like common catchphrase in uni was yeah, I'm gonna if people used like wherever we used to be.
So if someone says, "What are you gonna do tomorrow?"
Which was a very very common thing to say at
Yeah.
uni.
And then I'll be like, "Okay, I'm gonna wake up," and I'm literally thinking about my day. Then
You literally just say, "I'm gonna wake up," and that's it. That's the end of the sentence. And people are like waiting, like yeah, and then.
it's the one thing I don't know.
But I'm not a fan of this coffee, man, because I made mine really weak because I thought I already had one today, but now it just
Yeah.
tastes like milk.
I've not had milk in my coffee in so long.
I really need some more coffee in this, but I'm stuck because we're live on air now. When Only comes, if he comes like within the next couple of minutes, I'm gonna get him to go downstairs and get some.
Fair.
So, where were we at? Yeah. So yes. So is that it? The fact that I was
That one's the one I can think of. It's probably a better one. I just cannot think of it.
Mohammed, who I went on tour with him recently in Ramadan. You know Mohammed. His name's Mohammed Abdullahi. He's the guy I did the video with. It was called something like I thank God for my blindness or something. He's blind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
And I made a video. He's jumping on this podcast soon, but
Yeah.
inshallah. But
Is he from here? Or?
no, he's from the Netherlands. But he's literally always here.
Yeah,
All his
okay.
friends are here. Stuff. Oh crap! the video clip was dropped. I kicked it. Oh, there we are. Yeah. So basically, okay, that is really bad, but I'll fix it up in a sec. I lived with him. So we went on tour. So I lived with him for only 5 days.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Only's here. And just in 5 days, he only knew me as a YouTube, like from my YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Like he obviously knew me personally, but we'd only spent like a couple hours together at a time. So he only knew me when I was in good mood. But because he lived with me, after living with me, he was like, "Subhanallah, Faisal." He's like, "I never knew that you got agitated so quickly." He's like, "You're such a your temper." But he wasn't saying it in a bad way. He was like, "Alhamdulillah, like it's a blessing because like."
In what sense?
In the sense that he's like, I've seen your true side and you're still a beautiful person, kind of thing. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, but how do you lose your temper?
No, not in the sense that and Only Khan is in the building. What are you saying, Don? Bro, I beg you to do me a massive favor. I need like half a teaspoon more coffee in this, but I literally can't get off there. Is there any chance? My mum would know where the coffee is, but you know where the coffee is, innit? You know the stove on the right of the stove above it. Yeah, but bro, not a heap. Yeah, a teaspoon like this. You take this, put this in it, and like
He knows what a
bro,
teaspoon is.
half a level teaspoon. Because I don't want coffee too strong in it. Bro, Jazakallah khair, love you, man. Bro, agitated in, bro, you know what it's like when you live with me, like agitated in the sense that if you kept bugging me, like at that point I'm like, leave me alone, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure. I mean, everybody has that limit, but like he saw it because like
How? But I don't think I've ever like, because I'm such a chilled person. I don't.
No.
I'm never in anyone's face.
Bro, no,
So I wouldn't have
but
seen
that time in Only's room,
Oh yeah. That's the only time though you've been angry.
and then I came to your room.
I didn't even know if he was serious. Like that's how.
I think I started as joking. That's getting really annoyed. I can't remember what happened. Was it about FIFA?
You started. I think it was. You lost or something. I just kept like.
And I was like, I'm sharp.
bragging about how I beat you.
Oh yeah. And then like I got so mad at Abs that like I flipped out at him for like no reason.
Yeah, I remember you flipping out, but I don't remember the specifics.
No, I don't remember either. But then I remember like I've like always been like in this notion of like I don't like holding grudges with people or being mad at people. So like after like an hour or so after everything calmed down, I went upstairs to your room. I was like, bro, listen, I'm sorry.
That's true, actually. We're probably opposites in that sense that you might get like angry with something quickly and then straight away apologize or something.
Yeah.
Whereas I hardly ever get angry, and if I do, that's it.
Bro, that's the thing. Like, do you know what? Oh, this is gonna sound so like. This is gonna sound so stupid, but it only went. I was listening to, and I'm no way relating myself to Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. But I'm just, that's a great way to start a conversation, isn't it? No, but I was listening to a talk about Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. I'm sure it was Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. And it said this characteristic said that Abu Bakr as-Siddiq used to get so angry. He had a very short temper, but he had such a beautiful character that people used to let it slide. And I'm not saying I have a beautiful character, but what I'm saying is that this is the second part which I'm talking about. They said that he used to get angry so quickly, but he used to straight away like regret it and then apologize. And as much as I'm not as great as Sahaba, I never will be. I find that characteristic in myself in that like I sometimes have a really short temper, but then I instantly regret it.
Yeah.
And then I have to like swallow my pride. It's a good thing in the sense that it helps me to never have an ego because I'm constantly making mistakes and constantly apologizing to people.
I'll tell you what, like you're probably the like most ego-less person I know. In the sense that like if you don't know something, you're happy to say you don't know something, like you happily like say it's your own fault and stuff like that. You're not stubborn in that sense.
I appreciate that, man, coming from you.
Yeah.
Especially coming from someone that I have lived with, man. But
with a huge ego.
Yeah. but my ego's massive. The gist of one of the main reasons I wanted you on here, man, is because so we studied together at uni. I studied criminology. We didn't study together, sorry, we lived together, but we were in the same year. And you studied marketing.
Business management and marketing.
Business management and marketing.
Yeah.
And I was so interested in your degree that I would sometimes come to your lectures.
Yeah, in third year you came to a few of them actually.
Yes, Only. Thank you, bro. The coffee has arrived. Only shut the door and jump in.
The Don is here.
No, I haven't prayed yet. I mean, sorry, I've prayed. Yeah, you could. If you just you can pray next door if you want. Could you shut the door though, please? Only just because of the sound, it becomes like. Thanks. Yeah. So you studied marketing.
You came to a few lectures.
I came to a few lectures. And you did one of the things that most people, almost everyone that I spoke to at uni, wanted to do. And that is go straight out of uni and jump into a graduate scheme, and with a really good company, and in London. So originally you're from Bristol.
Yeah. Well,
originally your family's from Somalia.
Yeah.
But you're from Bristol.
I was born in Sweden.
You were born in Sweden.
But I grew up in Bristol.
Yeah, man. So you migrated, if that's the best way of saying it, from Bristol to London after uni. What was it like to like go from Bristol to London, like make such a big move straight after uni? Like you literally moved house.
Well, I didn't feel like it was that big a move for me, to be honest, because when I was 17, I decided not to go through with college, and then I moved to Zambia and lived there 2.5 years. So that was the biggest move I made. So coming back to England after 2.5 years of living in Zambia, and then going to Bristol, going back to uni in Cardiff, then going to London, any kind of move after that, it's not a big deal, I feel. Obviously, it wasn't easy coming to London because it is very expensive.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I wasn't like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Da da da.
But I even forgot about Zambia, to be honest, because
Yeah.
you left college, you went to Zambia,
Yeah.
and you like were proper businessman out there, and like properly got your hands dirty with business, and then you came back to the UK. And at what age did you jump into uni? 22.
So I came back 19, almost 20, I think. I think I was 20. Like I turned 21 in my first year of uni, basically.
Yeah, and then so you've already got business experience. And
So I worked for a company.
Yeah.
Still, it wasn't like my business, but I worked at a company. It was quite a small, medium-sized business, and I was doing the marketing for that, which I think was a good experience for me because I didn't know what I wanted to do, and plus you get to see a lot more of businesses if you work for a small company, whereas for a big company you're doing a specific task and you don't get to see the bigger picture.
Well, you went into uni fairly late. Like,
Yeah.
most people go, a lot of people go, like myself, straight from sixth form or
Yeah.
college straight into uni. So you're in uni by 17, 18. In having experienced, like, going away and doing some experience first and then going to uni, is it something that you would recommend going to uni a bit later and getting a few years of experience, or do you think that is a waste of time and you'd rather be younger and have a degree?
I'm not a big believer in one size fits all kind of things. I think some people, they were just ready to go to uni. Some people just like they don't need to go to uni at all. Some people like me, I just wasn't getting the grades, even though like every teacher's like, you could get the grades. He's just not working. So I just needed to find what I wanted to do. So I'm motivated to study, and B, I did need to grow up a bit as well because I was just like not paying attention, not doing any work after.
You're still just as immature.
Yeah, to be fair. But I know when to focus now. So
I hear that.
that's the only difference. But yeah, I just needed to find out what I wanted to do, and if I was gonna go into uni and make that commitment, I needed to know exactly why I was doing it. That was the only thing.
So then so that move from Bristol to London wasn't too bad, but you come from a Somali family and a traditional Somali family, which I mean, all kind of families that I found, like in our kind of cultures and stuff, are quite traditional. How did your mum find you moving out to a different city, like, you know, you're as a single person, etc., and you're not gonna be like very close to your mum, you can't be with her? I know you visit her like almost weekly, but how did she find it? Was she cool with it because of Zambia, or did she still?
I think because of my experience in Zambia, and I lived by myself, took care of myself for about 2.5 years, she doesn't really worry about me in that sense. Plus I was the oldest, and like a lot of the responsibility fell to me, so it's not like I was never seen as somebody who was, oh, you need to keep an eye on him or whatever. And I think just moving away from home for a little bit, you kind of, in a way, like my mum stopped seeing me as a kid. Yeah. But okay, he's been out there and kind of looked after himself.
Do you find that being away from your mum has like bettered your relationship with her? I'm not saying you had a bad relationship before, but I found that a lot of people, with a lot of people, a small amount of distance actually really improves your relationship with somebody. You're not constantly in each other's faces.
I think it's just the space, like with most people, that it's just because you're with someone all the time. It's just it's the proximity, but it doesn't mean that you're closer or like your relationship is better because you argue less. It just means that those situations happen less. Yeah. So I think it's about the same.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I remember, alhamdulillah, you always had a good relationship with your mum, like from uni. It's an important thing. So you do your degree in marketing in Cardiff, and you come straight to London. You managed to snap up a graduate scheme, which in and of itself is an amazingly tough thing to do, because there's so many graduates nowadays. So it's hard to, and you got one in your field as well, which is also tough. Kind of, what was that like in itself? Like going straight from uni to a graduate scheme, and are you happy you did it that way?
What, straight away?
Yeah, like just going straight from one thing to the other.
Yeah, because I think it's what I wanted to do, but also it's kind of like I don't know what other option there was that I wanted to out of the stuff I wanted to do that was like better than that. But it wasn't like, okay, I was a brilliant student, easily went through uni and then easily got a job. It's just kind of like you just applied. I feel like it was a bit of luck that involved that I got it. I was just applying for things that I wanted to do, and then one of them got back to me and called me for an interview, and then they hired me. But if they didn't, I don't know how. I might still be looking for a job.
So in regards to marketing, I mean, obviously without mentioning the company that you like specifically work for and stuff, and what's the day-to-day thing that you do as a marketing graduate scheme?
So I work in like digital advertising.
Okay.
So, and it's like my first year. So a lot of the stuff you do, it's just you're making sure that everything is set up in a way that like you can track everything, like kind of collect the data, make sure that you can the campaign's set up so that you can use the data properly, reporting on stuff, saying how it's going, kind of making like you're just doing like the kind of tasks to set everything up, making sure, for example, that you get the budgets, and then once you get the budgets,
But you have big clients. I remember you telling me like some of your clients are like the world's industry leaders in brands and in websites and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are, which is like exactly why you need to be measuring everything, reporting on everything. Kind of, there's a lot of money going by, so you kind of have to make sure the money is being spent properly at a certain rate and stuff like that. So there's a lot of that involved when it is bigger companies. So you kind of do that stuff in your first year anyway. So that's a lot of the stuff that I do day to day.
So what is like what's some like marketing tips? Is it subjective per company, or like what's kind of the best way to market a company? Is that even a question that can be answered? It's such a general question.
I don't know if it could be answered. I definitely know that I wouldn't be the right person to answer. It really depends on so many different things.
Okay.
It depends on a lot of stuff, and the things we do as well. It's so different to what someone on the outside can. It's a whole entire world by itself.
Yeah.
If you think about like a lot of the focus, let's say, like if you go on a website, it loads in a quarter of a second. In that time, your computer sent information about who you are, and it sent it to a marketplace. Loads of companies have bid on that. The winner then gets the right to get their ad in front of you. That then goes from wherever the ad is held to your screen in a quarter of a second. And you're just getting into all the details of making sure that's set up properly, so that then can happen. So it's like once you get into the nitty gritty of that, it's just you're not.
It's insane. I know someone who used to run a theatre company, and as in like they sold theatre tickets, which in London is a massive business, but it's so oversaturated. It's like being an estate agent or being a selling flight tickets, that kind of stuff. The ticket industry in general for anything is mad. But they were paying about, I'm sure it was something like £10,000 a month just to Google, just to pay for just to be at like one of the top links, or maybe it was even more, and which to me is insane. But for them, it's like that brings in so much kind of. That was a like leading marketing tip, but for someone like who is a young person like myself, or a young person like the kind of the listeners, we haven't got £10,000 to be spending on to make sure our name's on the top of Google when people are searching like clothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's insane. So I think that's kind of one really cool benefit of social media, that as like our generation has grown up with social media, so we know how to use it best, and we can utilize it. And so many people have marketed stuff so greatly of social media that it's like really pushed stuff like paid advertising, or paid advertising in the sense of like for links and getting your name on the top of search engines. It's really like pushed that out of the ballpark. Do you know what I mean? Nowadays, it seems like the biggest kind of. I know you're not an expert on marketing, like you were just saying that's not necessarily your field, but it's crazy how nowadays it's almost like people are spending more money on paying social influencers or paying people to like increase their social media pages and stuff like that, because that's like really the way to market yourself nowadays.
Yeah, I think what you're talking about, getting yourself up the search rankings, so that's like search engine optimization and that stuff. It's not really like an area I work in, but it is getting more and more difficult because everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
But I think with influencers, yes, there's kind of a trend to get influencers, especially like micro influencers, so people that don't have too big a following. But with companies like Facebook and that, they obviously don't want that because they want people to be paying them.
Yeah.
So they are constantly changing the algorithms and that, so that paid advertising is more effective. So to be honest, from what information I have available, like paying for ads is if you really want to scale things, that is the way you're going to do it. You're going to have to pay for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe for smaller companies, smaller businesses, that makes sense to try and get a mention in something that's already big. But for big companies, you have to pay for
Yeah,
that kind of reach.
I remember actually saying to you before that it's crazy how I was on a clothes website looking for clothes. That's what I was doing on a clothes website.
I didn't know you could do that.
And bro, I'm then on Facebook. It's just because your chair is like
Yeah.
leaning this thing. I was on Facebook, bro, and like that same clothes website had popped up on my ads on Facebook, and like it was suggesting me clothes that I hadn't yet seen, but were exactly like the clothes that I was looking at. So it's like it's insane how clever. You were saying that's like Facebook pixel, right?
Yeah, that's what I wanted you to do. Basically, you just put like a little pixel in your site. Use a WordPress site,
Yes.
so you can just get a plugin, so you can put that pixel in, and then it just literally anybody that comes on that site, it will link them to their Facebook account. You won't know who it is directly, but then you can just say show that person an ad again because they've shown an interest in your product.
It's insane.
That's all you do, and it's the most effective strategy there is, just because
And I
they've
still haven't
already
jumped on it.
they've already said I'm actually interested in this. So like you're more sure that they want to buy some Izar gear than saying young Muslim males, for example.
Yeah, but they just haven't
But
gone
that's
to
someone
actually,
who's actually been on your site, looked at your stuff, maybe even put something in a basket but not paid for stuff, and you're just basically coming back and saying, hey, remember this thing you were thinking about buying?
it's still here.
It's still there, yeah, kind of thing.
That's insane, man.
Yeah, but you got to be careful with that, because if you just following someone everywhere, it's a bit creepy. Some people get really turned off by that.
Get turned off by
Just you visiting something and then that following you everywhere on the internet.
yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like, it's even for me, I was like that's a bit creepy, but because I knew it was such a big company, I wasn't really creeped out by it. But I can imagine that if like, I don't know, man. Yeah, there's definitely a line. Like, I hear so many people complaining about social media and how they like almost like they just creeped out by the ads that are sent to them, because it's like it knows them too well, and it's like,
Yeah.
how do you know me that well, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, oh, I'm thinking about buying a checkered shirt, but I haven't told anyone, and then like I'll get an advert for a checkered shirt. I'm like, at what point did like the internet figure out that I wanted a
Yeah.
checkered shirt? But sometimes it's that insane, man. Sometimes it's really that insane. It's mad.
But you'd have to do something on your computer or on your phone or something to say that you were looking for that. They're not reading your mind.
Of course,
is what I'm saying.
but yeah, that's what I suppose it's like. It's what is the word? Subconscious. Like, you act subconsciously. Like, let's say if I know that I want a checkered shirt, I might not have typed in Google checkered shirt, but I would have maybe like, if I had seen a website where somebody was wearing a checkered shirt, I would have clicked on that, and then like it takes that information from here, there, and everywhere, and like clocks that, oh, okay, there's a common theme here, and then it starts selling me checkered shirts.
Yeah.
So I know that you have to feed them information, but it's just scary sometimes at how they clock onto that information so well.
It's crazy. It's crazy some of the stuff you can figure out. I think that there's an old story about Target in the US, and someone was looking at some stuff and they figured out that she was having a baby, how far along in her pregnancy she was.
No way.
Yeah, whether it was the gender that she's expecting, all that kind of stuff, purely off what she was looking at.
The crazy thing is that this stuff is not even a human doing it. It's like all computer. Obviously,
It's all AI, because the amount of factors you have to account for, no person could do it.
Do you think it's scary that, like, even though we grew up with technology, we're still like the final generation that, like, when we grew up, we still like just about grew up without like computers and stuff properly, and then like after we'd kind of got into high school or like
Secondary school.
secondary school, like late primary school, then like everybody slowly started getting computers in their houses and stuff. But as we were born and like through our childhood, we still weren't like, my nephew is 2 years old and he knows how to use an iPad and an iPhone and go on YouTube.
That's
Like,
fine.
we weren't that generation. We just got into generation where we grew up with it, but the next generation is literally growing up with it in the sense that from birth they have all this technology, and we're a scary generation, man. Like, the older people talk about us like
Yeah.
these kids, like, just like the computer whizzes, and like these old people don't understand stuff, and like it's just like the way you hear some people who are like the generation above us talk about us and our use of technology and about how it's dumbing our society down in a lot of ways and stuff like that. Imagine how we're gonna see the next generation who is gonna be even worse than us.
That's the weird. So I'm a bit older than you. Yeah. In year 8 or 9 was when, for me, when the first camera phone, the one Nokia did. I don't know if it was the first ever, but it was the first one to go. Like people were buying like in masses. It was year 8 or 9, the first camera phone, and now everyone in secondary school is on Facebook, like knows each other. So that is crazy to think.
How old were you when you had your first phone?
So it would have been. How old are you in year 9? That's what.
Year 9, you're
About 14, I'd say. I was.
Yeah, you're about
13,
14 in year 9.
Probably 14.
13, 14.
Yeah.
Only, how old were you when you had your first phone?
My first phone.
Yeah.
It must have been. I think year 7, just because my dad was like.
Year 7.
Yeah.
Because that was like a big step in school, innit?
Yeah.
So he was like, take a phone with you, something like that. It was a dead phone. It wasn't like a. I don't think iPhones were even out back then. Might have been iPhone 3, but. Year 7.
iPhone 3.
That's not
that's what I
the
had.
third one in.
That's not what I had.
Wait, you didn't have, that was already out by then.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't have that. That's what I'm saying. I didn't have that. But that just comes to mind for some reason. I don't know.
He's using it as like a timeline.
No, only you have to tell me specifically what. What? No, but what?
Yeah, it was like a blue one off eBay. Like, I begged my dad to buy it for me. My cousin had to buy it because my dad didn't have to use eBay. Neither did I.
eBay. So eBay was around back then.
Oh yeah. eBay was pretty new, but there's a lot of scamming going on back in eBay.
Bro, my first phone was the. Do you know the phone in the Matrix? I've never watched the Matrix, but I've heard. I know someone told me that that's the phone I had. But my first phone was the phone in the Matrix, the flip phone, and I got that I think I was in late primary school. I was quite privileged, so I got that phone, and then I moved on to the Nokia 3410 or something, which is probably a downgrade from the Motorola.
I remember thinking the Nokia 3330 was
the most insanest. Yeah.
I used to think like, oh, that's such an amazing design, whatever. And then I looked at it the other day, and I was like, it's a brick. It's literally you could.
Bro, I had the biggest phone in school, one time in school. It was like and you could flip the camera yourself as well. Like there was only one camera, and you flip it if you went on the back or to the front. I can't remember what it was called. It was like NEC something. Do you remember NEC?
Oh, I know the exact phone you're talking about. I think.
Huge phone.
Bro, do you remember when Do you remember when you could Bluetooth each other things from your phones?
Yeah.
That was sick. That was
like
a sick
ringtone.
Bro, forget Bluetooth. Do you remember infrared? We had to touch the.
Yeah. Do you remember Crazy? Do you remember Crazy Frog?
Oh
Do you
yeah,
remember Crazy Frog?
ding, ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding,
ring,
ding.
ding.
Oh, that was so annoying. That was so. Or the one where you like make it screech like a certain pitch, and like if you're above a certain age, you can't hear it. So everyone in class would play it, but your teachers can't hear it.
I don't remember
the
that.
Teachers are like in pain. The kids are all in like pain from this sound.
Actually, I think I might vaguely remember that.
But like the teachers have no idea what's going on.
Remember they used it for like outside shops and stuff, didn't they?
Oh, that's clever. I remember one of my teachers actually played it during parents' evening. So like the parents were fine, but the kids were just like in such pain. It was just his personality. That's crazy. But I think we're probably the first generation that like. I think the generation before us, I look at like my parents, they look at this tech and they're like, oh, it's beyond me now. But we're used to like the change itself. So like, I don't think whenever there's a new product, we're on top of it. So I don't think we'll get to an age where we're like, oh man, like this is too much for us. We won't be as good as because there's a different skills that we're going to need now. Like obviously before it was about, being able to remember stuff and whatever. You don't need to remember stuff anymore because you can literally grab your phone and find out anything about anything.
No, but I mean, if we could be like at that age, at the point where we're like freaked out by it, if it's something crazily new that comes into, like if it's like holograms,
I mean, I was trying on these VR goggles at work, and like I'm so excited by it. Like,
VR is the next big thing, innit?
Yeah.
But Gary Vee talks about it all the time.
VR is huge.
Mark Zuckerberg talks about it. VR is like literally the next thing.
The thing is, before I was like, it's a gimmick or whatever, and at work we went to the Facebook office and I tried on the Oculus Rift, and as soon as you put it on, you get it. You just understand it. Like But before that, I was
I'm
like, it's a
dying.
gimmick. Who's gonna pay that money? Who's gonna do this?
Well, eventually stuff like that just becomes so affordable
Yeah.
that everybody has it anyway. But the craziest thing is that there's gonna be a time where we're all walking around with massive glasses on our faces. Well, it's gonna even get to a point where it's just gonna become contact lenses, and our vision is gonna be like, we're gonna see things that like we're programming to see like through these glasses. Like, you know, I can look at abs and like there'll be like a little like, you know, like you could just click
What's
more.
that
You could
shit?
click on like more info and see like 6'2" Somalian. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just insane like stuff. But that's like it's gonna be like that, man. Like in a sense, not necessarily exactly like that, but in the sense that there's gonna be. We're gonna all have like these crazy glasses on, and we're gonna be able to see crazy stuff. And we could probably like, I could probably watch you now, like drinking that water, and then hit all my glasses, hit like rewind and slow mo, and just watch you do it again in slow mo, like instantly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say how it worked because you've got like the privacy issues as well around it. So it's like, do I know you're recording me? Do I have a right to know? You know, if you're a company making this and people don't like the fact that you can secretly record people, it's like that's the kind of one of the problems Google had with their glasses, and they kind of made a light to show that that person's recording and stuff like that. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so you
But it only
so
takes.
you don't know
all
if
it takes is
necessarily we're all gonna wear glasses and record stuff and
all it takes is for like somebody to like unscrew that. Do you know what I mean? Like that's like that's like iPhones can be jailbroken, you know. And you know, you can get a computer and turn it into a server and all sorts of stuff. Like that's just like the way the manufacturers made it.
yeah, I
Do
think.
you want it to get that far though? Like,
What's that?
do you want the technology to go that far where you can wear glasses and find out that you're 6'2" and Somalian?
I think that now. I think
I
that's
think I
too
think
much.
I think that's a that
bro, it will
specific
happen.
example maybe not.
But like, that's gonna kill like people
It's gonna kill
talking. Like,
everything.
why do I have to talk to you if I know everything about you? Like,
Well, I've been trying to get you to stop talking to me for years.
I think it would just change the way we talk. So like even with conversations, it's double-edged sword because of course some people will be like, well, I don't need to, but in a way, like if you can know someone's name, age, like all that
so creepy.
that stuff, and you don't even know them. Let's say, for example, that is where we're at. Then you can just get beyond that and actually get to know them, like without sounding weird, like on a deeper level, like when you do talk to them, because some stuff won't be on there, like. But you
Well,
don't
it's
know what the
just absolutely
future.
insane, like-
My point is, you don't know what it's going to be like.
No, but I think it's obvious that the future is going to be like more like. Here's the way technology is going. You get more information, about people. So
Yeah.
technology is only going in like increasing information. So we're just getting more
Yeah.
information. Like before, I would only know something about you if I was friends with you and you told me things about you. Then I knew things about you because I had you on MSN and I saw your status. I could be like, oh, like he likes this, I don't know, song or something. And then it got more like deeper and deeper. Now it's like, oh, I can just look at your Facebook, your Twitter, your Snapchat, your Insta. I can find out everything. Like you like coffee, you drink it twice a day, blah, blah. And it's gonna get to what I'm saying is like all social media and technology is doing is it's allowing us to get more information about people and things with less effort. So that's only gonna rise to the point where it's gonna be impossible to stay off the grid. I have one or two friends now. I am gonna finish the sentence off. I have one or
I
two
hope
friends.
you're not counting me. in.
Yeah, I have one or two friends now. Like I have only one or two friends now that don't have any social media accounts. Actually, one I can think of one friend that I have
Yeah.
that doesn't have any social media accounts. And
What,
like
is there a reason, or
just wants to like it doesn't appeal to him.
I see it's just
Yeah,
not
like
interesting?
it doesn't appeal to him. Like he'd rather have a nice private life, like not people not know him, that kind of stuff. But bro, like that's dying out, man. That's dying out. Like not letting people know things about you. Everyone's just gonna know You could just find out information about someone like easily.
Yeah, I think you're right. The trend is that you are putting more and more information in there, and although people are like worried about privacy, you are happy to give it away for something. So, you know, you sign up to Facebook, you don't read their terms and conditions. You're gonna use Facebook regardless of what the conditions really are.
That's true.
I think the scary thing that I was listening the other day to was obviously now we're at a point where we're putting this information in. So you're posting something on Snapchat or Instagram, writing something on Facebook, but we're moving away from you like on purpose putting something down to just like that information being inputted by you going about your life. So you got location data.
Very true.
Like as soon
Very
as everyone's
true.
wearing Apple Watches and Fitbits and stuff like that, all your heart rates, all that kind of stuff, is you're not putting it in. It's just collecting that anyway.
That's so
that's
true.
where we're
I didn't even
moving,
think about it like that.
And we're not, like, a lot of people aren't even stopping to think about that. Like, the location stuff's been going on for so long that it's you're happy to do it for Google Maps or whatever you use.
Yeah,
it. So
like on your iPhone, you can, like, if you go into your iPhone now, you can see my most visited like the place I go to the most, where I was recently, and all this kind of stuff. Like, it's crazy because you're right. When social media and stuff first started, it relied on us putting our information on there. So Facebook, you had to put your about me. Now it gives you the information about you. Like,
exactly.
That's insane.
And like, going back to the conversation about, you visiting a site and then them targeting you with check shirts. There's a lot of companies now, they're just using your location data, looking at where you go to build a picture of who you are, because that's you doing something in real life. So that paints a picture of who you are. So if you're like going to coffee shops, certain like trendy shops or whatever, it builds a profile of you being like this hipster, for example. That's a really bad example.
I am pretty hipster, innit? To be honest.
You're not.
I've got that. I've got the hipster beard. No, the crazy thing. I can't remember what I was gonna say. I've lost it.
Was it about locations?
Do you know how much iPhone tracks you? Like, every minute is documented.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's, you could, and do you know what the crazy thing is? Is it traps you in the sense that I could turn things off, like. Do you know I was saying that, like, your most frequent location and stuff?
Bro, I'm gonna find it. I'll tell you like how, but every minute it tells you where you've been, how long
I've seen it, bro. Like, it's insane. And what I'm saying is it traps you, because if you turn that off, because Apple will just say, yeah, but you can turn that off. But if you turn that off, bro, if I turn that off, I can't use my sat nav. I can't use Google Maps. Like, I need that stuff.
I mean, yeah, you're getting something in return for it.
Yeah.
It's not like it doesn't know, like, if it knows where you go, it can give you information about that. Or if, say, like, you're driving and there's traffic, it can alert you to that and say, hey, I know you take this route this time, but there's a lot of traffic, maybe take this road
And
instead.
I love that stuff. That's cool.
You are getting something in return. I don't think the answer is don't give that information. There are ways of going around that. You could anonymize the data so that nobody knows it's used particularly. It's just machines that know that about you. And there are ways of kind of designing that. So
I think you're right. I don't for 1 minute, like, I'm not mad at them knowing, like, my location and stuff, because it benefits me so much. I'll jump on, I'll be like heading home, and I don't know if there's like been a roadblock in like 4 miles of my normal route, but my phone will instantly be like, oh, hey, this is a new way where you'll get home much quicker. And I'm like, oh, thanks, phone. So I benefit of it. I love it. But I'm also equally not mad at people who don't want that stuff, because it feels like an invasion of privacy.
Yeah, I think there are genuine concerns, but I think the answer's more in making terms and conditions clearer, not sharing that information, me knowing exactly what you're taking and how you're using it.
Terms and conditions is just rubbish. Like, whoever reads terms and conditions, you just scroll down to the bottom and just click tick.
I think it's kind of a way of just getting you to agree to whatever.
Yeah.
But we'll be moving away from that, because as soon as someone does anything too crazy, someone will report on it, and then everyone gets to know that. So
it's a really interesting age that we're moving into. It's funny, man.
But I'm excited by it.
I'm excited by it too, but I think the majority of young people are excited by it, because it's so exciting and fun, and it's creating so many job opportunities, bro. Like, let's say I'm
exciting jobs as well.
Exciting, bro. Let's say I'm a young guy who just started up an app, and then my app blows. Like, now I need like 50 new people to employ, and like just opening up jobs left, right, center in tech. Like, the increase in tech is amazing for the economy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just that it's weird, because the social media, the essence of social media is meant to be that you're becoming more social, but it's making us way more antisocial and lonely.
Yeah, I think with social media, I'm very, I don't know, I'm like an old man in one sense.
Yeah, you're not very active.
That I don't post stuff, because I look at the way, and not that I'm judging people when they do it, but it's like you're showing off constantly.
Yeah.
And I just don't like that idea that, you're trying to impress somebody else, and it's like, oh, I'm living to make somebody think a certain way about me, rather
100%
than doing
100%.
that. Like, I'm on Twitter a lot, but I don't tweet. And people don't understand that for me, Twitter is not about you tweeting unless you're in certain like special position where you have access to some useful information or interesting information that no one else has, and you're sharing that. The rest of the time for me is I have a few interests. I find out the best journalists on that, like say football, mixed martial arts, or whatever I'm interested in, and I'll follow the best journalists on that, the sports stars or whatever, and I'll just constantly keep up to date with my interests. But they'll be tweeting as more about me. It's about consuming rather than putting stuff out there. I just don't. I've done it. Like I'm sure if you look through my accounts, I've
your
done
latest
it.
Instagram post is like our dodgeball tournament from uni, like
Oh yeah,
2
yeah.
years ago.
But yeah, so I that's what I've never liked, that idea of sharing, like trying to show off, or it's just like, hey, just a quick cheeky trip to
That's like
South
literally what I
Africa.
do. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like
It's
it
true.
wasn't quick or cheeky, but like you're still putting it out there.
Yeah.
So I just don't like that psychology it builds into you, or like some people really are watching other people, like, or just kind of like constantly looking at everybody. I'm guilty of it as well, but I try to curb that. Like I try and avoid Facebook, although more recently I'm on it more and more.
I'm completely off Facebook, man. Like now I'm on it, but I'm never active on it. I don't accept ad requests or add people. Like, in fact, I recently deleted the app from my phone, so I don't even. The only reason I haven't deleted it is because I control the Azaha account of it and the ads and that kind of
That's
stuff.
what I did. I deleted it off the app, but now I'm just going off the like web app as well, so the Chrome.
You don't post at all, do you? You've got 5 posts on Instagram.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I
Never
don't.
post.
It don't even suit my personality. Like I'm not. It sounds weird because I'm such an outgoing person, but like I'm not much of a poster. It's like I don't like the idea of posting. I don't like a lot of the captions. Like you're trying to think, because everything sounds like you are basically trying to show off
It's
and
true,
like build
it's
a
very
certain
true.
image, and it's like
But it
I'd
can work to your
rather.
advantage though. Like
It
you
can
can
work to your advantage.
You can, yeah. Like you can really, if you gain a following, you have a database of people who are following you, who are interested in your life, and that is the kind of stuff that businesses spend years trying to figure out how to do.
Yeah, from a business perspective, I agree. One of
Yeah.
my friends is like a sports writer. He's just starting out now.
You can say my name.
You're not a sports writer. You don't even watch sports at all.
That's true. Very true.
That's a fact they don't know about you.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so he's just starting out, and I've been trying to convince him for ages to get on Twitter. He finally got on it, loves it, and he's trying to build his profile up. But that's because that's for his kind of career in business and what he's trying to get into. But I just think for just a normal person like me, you are purely trying to show off. Like it, I just don't like that side.
If there's no need for it, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and the kind of person not to get too deep or like whiny about it, but the kind of person it turns you into, that's just like constantly trying to like seek people's validation.
Some people use it really. Some people use it in a cool way without being showy off in it. Like Sam, for example, he's vegan and he posts a lot of like vegan stuff.
I think it's good. Like, I'm not saying I got it right. I'm completely the other end of the spectrum, but I think there is a good balance. But you just kind of need to check
in life,
why you're doing certain stuff.
Yeah.
Why am I posting this? Why am I writing it in this way? What do I want? And it's like I'm not like, I know almost everyone that posts stuff is checking how many times someone has liked their picture.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, say someone likes it 50 times. What's that added to your life? Unless you're saying you're a business and that's a metric that's helping you.
Yeah.
But you as a person taking a picture of you out with your friends and then checking how many likes you get, it's like, what's that adding to you? Like, how's that helping you?
It's true. Yeah, there's
That's
two ways
just my
looking at it.
opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if there's a,
Which is fact.
I think that's my opinion, which is right. I think there's 2 ways looking at it. I definitely, like you say, for business, it's amazing. And like I said, Gary Vee talks about it in the sense that he's like, Gary Vee said that you have to be active on every single social media account daily, if you want to be successful.
Like, I listen to Gary Vee. I think he definitely knows his stuff. Like, his company is huge. Like,
But you think he gasses a lot?
not gases, but I think he has a certain way. I find a lot of the problems with people who are giving advice on like to people all the time is their advice is good, but it's
Subjective.
don't be like, okay, this is the ultimate truth in every single situation. I think he has a point if you are a business person trying to build a brand, he's a good person to listen to. But as a normal person, if you're not trying to say you're a school teacher, you're not
He's
trying.
not the guy.
Yeah, what you trying to promote? Like,
yeah, I hear that. It makes a lot of sense.
but that's not to say it's bad. Like, say when I moved to London and I was looking for a house, if I was to change my Facebook location to move to London, there are people who would have known. Like one of my friends, we were both looking for a place to live. You know Perry, innit?
Yeah.
So he moved to London.
I also know Perry.
Oh, I didn't know if you knew Perry.
Well, I just know of him.
You didn't know if you're that popular.
But he was in London looking for a house for 3 or 4 months, like I was.
Did he study you guys' degree or something?
I didn't know he came here.
Yeah.
He was all
I was with someone else, and they were like, "Oh, I think Perry's here." It's like, no, get out of here. If Perry was here, I would know. And it
had
turns out
banter,
he's
innit?
there. What's that?
I said he had banter.
Yeah.
I sound like I'm trying to.
You're just trying to join in.
Trying to join in this conversation. Like, oh, hey guys, I know Perry. I remember him.
But saying
No,
this,
but do you remember
I
he was
saw
a funny guy?
Snapchat- I saw a Snapchat of him coming to London, and I was like, jokingly sent him one back saying, like, "What are you doing in my town now?" As if like I own London. He was like, "Mate,
Oh, yeah, because he's from Bristol.
I live in London now," and I was like, "Oh no way, I live in London as well." Nah, he's near like Camden, like by
That's not that far.
by the Arsenal stadium, near enough.
Oh, okay.
It's like kind of North London, yeah.
Perry's cool.
But he's still like zone.
Perry's
zone
cool.
two.
Yeah.
Should we just give out his address?
Right opposite the Arsenal Stadium. Bro, Camden, man. I went there the other day I had to pick up my wife from somewhere, and
From Camden.
okay, fine. It was from Camden. You got me. But no, she was out at a meal. But bro, Camden, you just see like, I've never seen a place where you see so many different type of people in one like area. It's just like mind-boggling, man. It's like they're like. But you know what? Shall I tell you my new favorite place? And it's like Camden, but it's just a nicer version, in my opinion. And it's Shoreditch. Oh, I love Shoreditch.
Do
you go
It is
Shoreditch?
different, Shoreditch. I do go Shoreditch. I feel like I know London better than you do.
I don't think that's true.
I think that is true because when we're both in Central and we're trying to get somewhere, I know all the tube lines better than
Well,
you do.
you know how to maybe, but
At Central London, and also technically you do. All right, technically you do live in London, but you don't really live in London.
okay. Listen, I live on the first of all, I live on the Central Line, so I've probably given away a very deep location there. But I also live like.
I mean, I'm not giving
enough
away
to-
where you are, but this is not London.
It's definitely London.
Like, if you were in any other city, traveling this far would be going to the neighbouring city.
I mean, the borough that I live in is called the London Borough of that borough. You know, if I well, no, because I just said I live in the Central area.
Yeah, but we don't worry. Nobody's gonna come see you first.
Yeah, I would just go like I would like, oh yes, now I'm gonna stalk it. No, and when I Snapchat and I look at the filters, I get the London Snapchat
What are you
filters. So
doing?
I'm just saying, like, I do live in London. I'm verified by Snapchat. If I
Is
upload
that the new bar for where you're from?
Yeah, and if I upload a picture on Instagram and I turn my location services on, it says London, UK. So I'm very much so in London. Thank you very much,
You're
Mr.
just about in London.
Well, at least I haven't had moved here from my dead city. I'm joking. I love people from Bristol. If you follow me, I love you if you're from Bristol. But if you don't follow me and you're from Bristol, then I hate Bristol and you. Bro, I went to the gym today. Yeah. Oh, this is such a...
man,
What kind of quote...
How many times did you eventually?
That's what I say.
This is the first time.
Hey guys, I'm such a lad. I went to the gym today. Yeah. There's a reason I say it. I went to the gym, yeah, and hey guys, did I mention that I went to the gym today?
I think you got the point across that you've
So
been
anyway,
to the gym. We don't need to stop.
I went to the gym today, and I'm doing my working out my legs, and some massive guy taps me on my shoulder. He's like, excuse me. And I'm like, yeah, this guy's like 3 times the size of me, yeah. As in, like, he weighs like 3 times more than I mean, I didn't weigh him, but anyway, what I'm getting at is
tangent?
he goes to me, can you spot me? And I looked at him like really nervously, yeah? Like, dude, I'm like, I don't know, like 70 kg at best. And
Spot you on what?
huh? Bro, he was doing bench press.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this guy
Was he trying to do like 1 rep max
bro,
as well? Those are
he
the
was a
worst.
monster. Yeah, so I've got this machine asking me to spot him. Yeah, and I'm like, obviously, I'm not gonna say no. So I'm like, yeah, and in my head, I'm like, I've just said yeah, and like, I'm choosing to risk a man's life now because I didn't have
For
the
your
balls
pride.
to say no. Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I'll spot you, and then he looks at me like, you know what you're doing, right? And I was like, well, and then he was like, just like put your hands in and just spot me. I was like, all right, cool. So we go to the bench press machine, and I look at the plates he's got, and like, I couldn't count how many plates there were on there. Like, I was thinking, like, if I have to spot him, like, I wouldn't be able to lift the bar. Do you know what I mean? But he was like really reassuring to me. Like, he obviously saw the size of me and was still confident that I could spot him. And like, he was like, yeah, man, like, that's all. Like, I probably won't need you, but just put your hands here, and if needs be, like, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you're clearly confident in me spotting you. So he starts, and he's like, I probably don't need your help anyway. And then he's like, actually, for the first rep, just help me lift it. And I'm thinking, dude, I can't lift that. Like, what do you want me to do? So anyway, I'm like, all right, cool. So I don't know. I did my best, and I suppose helped him lift it. And then he does like 4 reps because he's like, I don't know what I think he's just trying to like see how high he can go or something. He does like 4 reps, and then like he's bringing up the like last one. He's like, and I'm like, oh my god, this is me. I was like, so scared. And he's like, yeah, spot me now. And I was like, okay. And I just like put my hands there, and like I didn't know what I was doing, but luckily like he managed to put it back down on the rack. But it was the scariest moment of my day.
Did you tell him the truth that you would not have been able to help him?
I mean, I did help him because I did, like, when he wanted me to like help him put the bar back, like I literally used all of my power to do it with his help, but it was just so scary.
It's not like you don't have to lift up too much.
Yeah, you're just helping a bit.
Failure, like he completely gives up, then you're screwed.
Yeah, I was just helping a bit. I mean, but I'm just saying, like, to a guy like that, I don't know how I could have been any help anyway.
Maybe you just wanted an audience.
Maybe.
Well, once I was at the gym, and a guy like tapped my
Oh,
shoulders
okay,
just like
Abs, you at the gym, we get it.
that. Once, by the way. And he literally tapped me as if he's gonna ask the spot, and he's like, "You take a video of me," and literally he put some music on.
I get that so much.
He put some
I
music
get that
on.
you should see, when I go to the gym, all I'm doing is I become a photographer for people at the gym.
And then he got on his Snapchat, obviously, but he's playing the music, so then it's showing in the video, and he was just like doing like sit-ups, and he asked me, "Oh, do you know how to use Snapchat?" And I was like, "Yeah, I kind of know the ins and outs of Snapchat, yeah." And and then literally I just took this video. He's like, "Thanks, man, thanks." And I was just like. And that's what I don't like about social media. Like, that guy was purely.
Bro, you should have snapped yourself on his Snapchat.
Yeah, I know. It should have just been me. Like. Yeah.
But I there's this like, I'm really like not a gym guy, but I'm trying really hard, yeah. And so I know that that is mantra at the gym that you don't go on your phone. Like, like there's this macho mentality that like, nah, like your phone isn't for the gym kind of thing, yeah. But so whenever I'm at the gym though, like between sets, like I'm looking at my phone, I've got nothing else to do in it, and I feel like eyes are just staring at me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, same. Like, what else you do? I don't remember going to the gym.
I think as long as you're not taking the mic with like the amount of rest time. Like, if you're just doing one set and one set, and then take 5 minutes on your phone,
Yeah.
then I can see why they'd be angry.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's just I don't know. If you go to like if you manage to find a good gym that you're comfortable in and stuff, like it's a really nice experience, and I'm really happy, alhamdulillah, that I've found this new gym now, because the people there, it's one of those gyms that's like, it's like it's not like a fitness center or like a leisure center. It's like a proper like macho, like there's beasts in this gym, yeah, and then there's me. Oh, I feel right. But you think because of that, like it would be like that crazy mentality. But bro, the people there are like it's like a family, man. Just love like anyone you see. If you see them for a second time, they're like, oh hey man, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Like, or even when you see them for the first time, like it's such a nice there's such a nice vibe at this gym. It's insane.
They're there somewhere now.
And I'm paying double the money I was paying at my other gym, but it's so worth it. It's worth it, man.
I think paying more is worth it if you can. Just because, like, I'm with one of the cheap ones, and it's so busy all the time, so I can't go after work. I have to go late or early, and I'm like barely going because by the time it's late, I'm just tired. So
Man,
I'm gonna stop signing out to that one and just go to a boxing gym, and pay the.
I'm with a cheap one, and that gym dislocated my shoulder.
Oh, have you heard Only's gym story?
No, I knew you dislocated your shoulder. I don't know if I heard it from you or I think you mentioned it because you were like,
Give me a second, I'll show you the video.
Bro, Only was at the gym, yeah, and he's working out his shoulders,
yeah.
and
Oh no, is that how he hurt his shoulder?
Bro,
I thought
yeah,
he
'cause he's
was
got shoulder
doing
injury.
like calves and then shoulder went.
bro, you know what happened though? The bench collapsed. The bench collapsed on you, innit?
Like the bench was like I was doing shoulder. Yeah, it was incline, and then it went like 30 degrees back or something.
Yeah, like it flipped back a bit.
I'll show you.
Oh, and then you trying to get your balance a second, and then the weight. Was
Bro, obviously, it's the most dangerous thing.
And the weight just went.
Oh man,
He like cracked his shoulder at place. Like that's the most dangerous thing. And then I Only showed me the CCTV. He managed to get the CCTV footage of the gym because of or whatever.
Do they have to give you that legally?
Do they have to?
Oh, bro, I had to like press them for it because they were really weird. They were like, we'll give you like independent advice because I sent them like a legal email kind of thing with my brother, and they were like, we'll give you like honest advice and stuff, but you don't really have a case kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I told them I spoke to my lawyer and stuff and blah blah, and I want the CCTV, and they're like, okay, as what's it called, disclosure I think it's called, and then so they gave it to me.
The CCTV footage is insane. You see literally him sit on the bench and the bench like fall back on him. I was like, yo. Normally I don't believe things that Only says, but this time that was insane, man. That I don't know how.
I haven't even seen it.
You haven't
not
watched the
seen
video?
Watch it. I don't want to see it.
Show Ab.
How bad was the injury? Because I didn't see it.
It popped out, and like as I got up, it popped back in.
Was it like dislocated?
It was. I think it was.
Is your shoulder still injured?
Yeah.
How long ago was this again?
It was like exactly a year ago.
Have you trained?
4th of September. Since bench? Nah, I can't. My physio only just stopped 2 weeks ago.
Bro, he's ruined his life, man. He's.
I haven't benched for a whole year now.
But like, you got away so lucky, like, because you know what? Especially with your shoulder, like, even when I first started training, like my dad used to always say to me, like, whatever you do, like, be careful on your shoulders because, like, if you damage, like, let's say you're doing shoulder press, you're lifting.
Yeah.
If it's too heavy for you, your back comes into play because your back tries to like lift it for you. This is my limited knowledge with like, just like, don't quote me. This is like bro science, but the
Barely that.
Oh no, I was a
Stop.
Oh, dude, that just ruined.
What happened?
So I just got a call, but
Put it on airplane mode. You don't want to watch it.
I haven't seen it. I'm good.
yeah, that was what we were talking about. I was just watching the footage now. It's insane, innit? Yo, can you commentate while you're watching it?
I can't even see Only on here.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Is that
Yeah,
you
he
coming in the
comes
grey
into it.
shorts?
Yeah, and the shorts.
Well, you look hench.
Nah.
You look hench, bro.
Can you see what happens?
Bro, everyone's moving out of Only's way because they know the kind of weights he's
Bro,
lifting.
the worst thing is, yeah, like in the video, it doesn't even seem like anyone even asked me anything. Someone did, but I'll explain to you what
Yeah.
happened.
It's mad, man.
But notice, yeah, tell me if it comes through.
Basically, you sat down on a thing with your dumbbells.
I do like 3 reps, which is like the bench is stable for 3.
Is it the first set?
This is like I did bench in the other room. There's like 2
Yeah.
rooms in the gym, and then I was gonna do some shoulders, so I like came here to warm up and stuff.
So you done the first rep,
Let me see.
second rep,
Well, watch this, man.
going into the third rep.
Look at that.
Oh,
That's
ish.
crazy,
Yeah.
innit? Oh crap! What? How many minutes are we on?
Watch the bench just snap.
Oh man, that other guy is seriously into his
Mad,
workout,
innit?
man. He does not care about you Only. Yeah, he does not
Oh,
care
did
about
no one
you.
even come and like help you?
Nah.
Is everything alright? Like, are you alright? And I was like, the bench just snapped back, and he was just like, Yeah, one of the benches is quite dodgy. But
Bro, they should, if they knew that that bench was dodgy, they should have taken that straight out of the gym. That's insane.
I was just like, I just leave the gym. It's like I'm just holding my arm for a bit, and like, it's so painful at the time. I just didn't know what to
You're
do.
handling it like
Like a
well,
man.
considering how bad that is.
Tough. I
Come
just
on, bro, it's
walked out.
only.
No, but I mean, like,
How dare you? It's only.
you're not
It's-
like on the
this is
floor,
only
like,
Khan. How very dare you?
I was like
He handles things like a man.
And then I just sat in my car for like 5 minutes. I drove like this with one hand and changed the gears with one hand.
Oh.
Did you go to the hospital?
Yeah, I did like the next day or something because I didn't want to make it seem like it's really serious.
This is gents. If you're listening to this podcast, you're learning from 3 of the most professional gym goers ever how to not damage your arm.
I mean, someone's got to show them how not to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Man, that is insane, and that's all just from
You know, someone tweeted something I thought was hilarious. I don't know why I thought it was hilarious, but it was an article about French fries and like how they got some cancerous chemical on like Huffington Post.
What French fries? Just any French fries? All
I
French
think
fries.
so. I didn't read the article, but someone tweeted.
And why are we calling them French fries? Are we American?
That's what the article called it.
Oh god.
And then someone tweeted back, "I'm here for a fun time, not a long time."
Oh my god. How can you say that? That is insane.
I thought it was a good answer.
Oh, do you know what? I just realised that the listeners are probably thinking like, how do abs only know each other? Because I've done videos of only separately, I've done videos of abs separately, but this is the first time we're all in the same room. We actually all lived together in uni. So me, Only, and Abs went to the same university, and we all lived together. Me and Only knew each other beforehand, obviously, and then we met Abs in uni, and he just become part of the trio.
How did you meet me? Tell the story.
Is the story clean?
Yeah, it's clean.
Okay. Oh yes. All right. So, oh boy, you just gotta big yourself up in it. Okay. So I go to university. I'm in Cardiff. I don't know anybody. And I'm like sat in my dorm room, and I'm just feeling depressed because I've got a tiny little room. I don't really get like my flatmate is like without. I don't want to backbite, but they're just not they're not the kind of people that are my like kind of people.
No,
like,
let's be fair. When you first moved to uni, you were worried about making friends, and like everybody's constant. You're making snap judgments about. Okay, everyone's gonna make the friends straight away. Do I know them? Do I need to meet?
yeah,
people?
I was like, I
You
don't know
just were
anyone.
like,
Yeah.
Okay, I might not get along with them. I need to go find people.
Right, so it's like my first day, and I've been sat in my room for a couple of hours. I'm like,
Yeah.
this sucks. I hate uni already, and I thought, do you know what? I've got to actually make friends and get up and like make friends. Otherwise, if I don't like actively try, then I'm just gonna become loner like at uni, and I'm like 300 miles away from my family. So I walked to the social, which is like the best. It's like a building like that's in the middle of uni halls. It's like the best way of explaining it is like a sixth form common room, but an entire building.
Yeah.
And I walked there, and it's like you've got pool tables and TVs and people watching the football, and there's like they serve food and stuff. And I walk into social, and all I see is just like loads of people. And I'm like, how do I just go and start a conversation with someone? Like, this is insane. I don't know anyone. And then I see Abs, like right on the other end of the room, playing pool with some guy. He was your flatmate, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And all I thought to myself is, look, this guy's Somali. We have one thing in common. He's probably Muslim. Like, let me just go chat to him. Like, if anyone's gonna like be cool, like with me, it'll be him. So I just went out to you, and I was like, hey man, do you guys like what's that? Do you guys fancy another game or something?
You just came out and you were like, please be my friend.
Shut up. Yeah, I was like,
I know no one.
Was it Ollie you were playing with?
Nah,
he was
it
playing
was
with,
this other guy called Paul.
yeah, and I never saw Paul after that.
I don't think I'd met Ollie at that point yet.
You hadn't met anyone, bro. I was like the first person. You
Yeah,
you were like,
I think you're the first person, like out of all the people that I'm still friends, I was friends with at uni. You're
Wait,
the first one.
yeah, because I came
Oh
up to you,
no, tell a lie. Yeah, there's one person who I went to college with.
but otherwise, other than that, like, so I came up to you and I was like, this is the first day. I was like, yo, like, can I play the winner or something like that? Or I was like, oh, can I play like whatever? And then so we played a bit of pool, and then
And I won. I don't remember if that's true.
if we had
I
a
don't
game,
think we played.
if we had a game now, I would be you ask only. Anyway,
Why
me
did you only laugh?
no, but me and only play pool often on a regular basis, and
And then
I've
he
improved.
laughed.
I'm just very surprised at your gut back then to say, "I'll play winner."
Okay, whatever. Anyway, listen. But that day, after we played the pool, like me and you went to shopping, didn't we, to town to buy some stuff, and then we went to get our ID or something.
I don't remember that.
We just basically became best friends.
No, that's not true. Here's what happened.
What?
So, we basically for about a week we were hanging out, and then that's when I met Only,
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
and
Go on.
then we just stopped talking to each
But
other.
that's not
Like,
my fault. It's both our faults.
No, it wasn't like stopped as in we didn't like each other or whatever. We just got on with our courses, different like
Life got
friendship
busy.
groups, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you got this weird mutant thing stuck in your throat,
Yeah,
and then went to the hospital
I had operation.
and had to have an operation. You were just like on a hospital bed, loving all the attention.
Yeah,
And then I was like, I better go see this guy. And then brought you some donuts because you used to love donuts.
yeah, I did. I still do love donuts.
'Cause I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, man, I was like, that's really nice of him. Like, I haven't spoken to this guy in ages, and he
There you go.
and
So
he
if
came
you
to the
didn't have
hospital
that
to visit
weird
me.
thing on your throat,
we might not be sat here today
we'd not be talking to each other again.
talking rubbish on a podcast.
Exactly.
making the
These
most
people would not be getting
we
this.
wouldn't be here right now making the most unstructured podcast of my life.
So there you go.
Yeah, so that's how the first time. And then
The moral of the story is Faz was begging for my friendship, and I was up fine.
moral of the story is, guys, if you're in uni and you don't know anyone and you're somewhere far away, just
Find the Somali guy.
yeah, that's the moral of the story. Just go make friends, because friends ain't gonna come to you. Clearly, you gotta try and make friends, man. And then I moved out of that flat because I complained enough. Basically, for the first 2 weeks, like in the first 2 weeks, they get a lot of people saying that they want to move, but they managed to like put me right at the top of the list as like an emergency, because I said that I don't even have enough space to pray in the room, which was true. Like as in it was bro. I was in a box. Like I've never seen a box room this small. Like
Whereas
I did
you
have
moved to a slightly bigger box.
no. My room was then like a good room. Like I could pray, but I couldn't, not comfortably. Like I'd have to like move things out of the way and stuff,
Yeah.
and like shut my door. So yeah, they moved me, which was really nice of them. And then I moved to a really nice flat where I met loads of cool people. And then well, the rest, as they say,
It's history.
is history. We don't need to go into the details.
No, let's not.
Sure. But yeah, man, that was a cool spot. How did we go from marketing to talk about our uni lives?
It just kind of came up. There you go.
Do you remember that when you first moved to London, we
Yeah.
went out for like food or something, because
Yeah.
I was working at that store.
I think I know you're
I
gonna
was
say.
working at the something store,
Yeah.
which my entire following know about anyway.
Yeah.
And you were working like a couple streets down. So after work, we both met up and went for some food. And you were one of the first people to find out that I was potentially getting married.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember because you.
Is that what you thought I was going to tell you?
Yeah. Because you were like,
We were walking down Oxford Street,
yeah, because we'd not met for a while, and then you kind of like, guess what?
and
Remember
you went.
this?
I went. Guess what? You went. You're getting married.
Yeah.
You guessed it straight away.
And I was like, half joking, but I was like, this might be it.
Yeah.
Just because I knew the way, by the way you asked the question, and before that, I'd lived with you for a year.
Yeah.
So I could see, you get a feel for someone when you live with them for a year.
Mm.
I was like, all right, you're getting married. I wasn't
Yeah, because then
I
I was
wasn't
like,
like
yeah, are you?
surprised, but I was still in a way. I was like, because you get married, I was like, oh man, he's getting married.
I think I told you though when it was like really early days. Like I don't know if I was
Yeah.
like definitely get married then, but like I had definitely found someone, and like we were like in marriage talks. I remember telling you, and then, but you were like literally one of the first people to find out because we were there. And
I don't think it was mad, but you always used to say, oh, I'll get married, like, straight.
Do you know what Sam told me? Sam messaged me and he goes, "It's really crazy because like since the beginning of uni,
Yeah.
you've always said I'm gonna be married at 22," and he's like, "I never knew you were actually telling the truth. Like you actually got married at 22." Obviously, I didn't know the future, but I mean, like it's just he was just talking.
Yeah,
about
I
how,
remember you thinking like you did not want to wait too long, basically.
Mm.
In your head, it's like you should get married young.
When are you gonna get married? How old are you now? 26.
25 now, yeah.
You got any plans to get married?
I'm taking it as it comes, man.
I mean, you're getting on.
Huh?
You're really,
I age great, Faz.
you're really getting on. You know, you're 25. You're hot. You're quarter of a century. Is that right?
Yeah, I always say that. It's cool.
Yes, my math skills are on point. That is mad. the crazy thing is about uni is that you ended with a 2-1, right?
Yeah.
And I ended with 2-1. And honestly,
Let's just say it.
I'm just saying, yeah, that when it came to uni, this is how it went. I would go to the exams, and every normal person would go to exams. After the exam, people would say, "Oh, hey, how did your exam go?" And you'd either say like, "Oh, yeah, I think I passed," or "Oh, I don't know if I passed." And like it was the same with Ab, same with me, same with anyone we'd speak to. But with Only, you'd go to Only, you'd be like, "Bro, how did your exam go?" And Only would be like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I got a first. Like he'd be like, I definitely got 2-1, but I don't know if I got a first in that one, man. Or he'd be like,
I think I dropped a few marks in this part.
Or he'd be like, yeah, I definitely got a first in that exam, but I don't know if I got it in the other exam. Like,
or there's ones where he's like, I completely flopped it, like failed that,
and he's
and
get
then
like
comes
first.
out with a first.
And then you overall in his degree.
Where did this
Overall in his degree, he got a first. I think it's just because alhamdulillah, it's a good thing. It shows that you're either humble or really unaware and dumb. But like you can't be dumb if you got first. But yeah, that was.
But I was really, really not expecting, because I needed like a crazy amount of things to get that first, and
I needed a crazy amount. The crazy amount you need, like not what you needed, but I needed crazy amount just to get 2-1 after.
Bro, and you killed it.
Only I remember you. You had 8 a.m. lecture. I think you both had that 8 a.m. lecture in first year, innit?
Yeah, we went every time.
8 a.m. lecture. 8 a.m. lectures on a Wednesday morning. But
Yeah.
guys, do you guys remember my my like uni schedule for the entire 3 years was like
I don't even think you went
the easiest schedule I've ever in first
Did you
year.
go uni?
Dude, in first year, I just said, dude. In first year, it was like I'm sure I like had a couple of days off, and like my lectures would start at like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Or I'd have a lecture from like 10 to 11. That's it. I'm free the whole day. Like my uni schedule was so calm.
Mine was the worst.
Yeah, yours sucked so bad.
Like 6 o'clock, 4 days out of 5.
I wasn't like terrible, but it wasn't like the best either. It wasn't as good as yours, but it wasn't as bad as his.
Mine was just weird, man. Like that was just stupid weird.
That was insane, man. I remember even when we were choosing to. Do you remember when we were so unhappy with our house in third year? There's like loads of things that were wrong with it.
Oh yeah.
Like the doors were broken, or like there was mold, or like loads of things.
We still have to sue them,
Oh,
Yeah,
and we're still in
we
legal.
still haven't got a deposit.
We're still in legal.
I'm the
battle with
only
them.
one who hasn't got their deposit.
I got paid back.
Sam hasn't got the.
Sam got half.
No,
of
I
his.
think Sam got some of his.
I'm
as
sure
well.
Sam got
I've
his-
got none of it.
Sam, if you're listening to this, just hit us a message. Let us know if you. got that.
Because this is the only way we can contact Sam.
Sam, it's quite for help. Like,
Yeah.
remember us. But listen,
But we would not have ever gone anywhere, because I remember that house, like we were supposed to live with like other people as well, and they were like, this is not working out.
no, but I'm saying, do you know what the craziest thing? I just want to
We would not have moved anywhere if we didn't take that one.
Well, some people got nice houses after us, to be honest. Anyway, what I'm trying to get at is, remember when, like, so there were so many things that were wrong with that house
Yeah.
that this is one of the funny stories from it last year, from third year uni. So then, obviously, if the estate agents, who we won't mention, had a viewing in that house, do you know where I'm going with this?
Put them on blast.
If they were like doing a viewing in our house, like to show someone else our house for next year,
Yeah.
they would give us like an advance warning or something. So like they'd be like, oh, hey guys, like tomorrow we're gonna come around and do a viewing in your house. Like we're gonna show some students around. So it's gonna be like between 2 and 3.
I think I know the story.
yeah,
Again.
and so we
Was
got
it
that.
me?
Yeah, we got that like notification, and then the next day, like when the students went to come, Abs wrote on like, so our house is an absolute mess, and we decided that we're not gonna clean it up for these people. Like we're just gonna leave it and show them what their house really is like, because we were so mad at the estate agents. And Abs wrote on his door, like he stuck a piece of paper on his door, and the note said something like,
Yeah, it was something along the lines of, because my room was a mess.
"Oh
Like a
yeah, your room was,
complete
his room was like
mess.
a pigsty, yeah."
And I wrote something to the effect of, I've taken about as much care of this room as kids can have us.
He
And put it on the door.
You just said the estate agent's name.
Like, and then literally, I think someone said they were in when they did, and he kind of just laughed. And they opened the room, and it was like, because when what usually happens is I'll come from like Bristol or something really late or on a Sunday or something. And then
You a really messy person.
And then I would let's agree to disagree on that
It was
one.
quite tidy then normally.
Yeah, it was usually quite tidy. And B,
Remember when
I cleaned the
remember when I
communal areas the most.
Yo, remember when
I just want to put that out there for the record.
Remember when I had to stay in your room,
Oh yeah, you shared a bed.
Johnny? Okay, we need to go.
We kept
through
the hell out.
issues. Yeah.
But yeah, and then apparently they opened the door. He just kind of laughed it off. Did they find someone while we were living there?
Did they find people to live in the house?
Tenants, yeah, while we were living there.
Probably not. I mean, that house was the worst house that any of us have
Yeah.
ever stayed in. I think like there's a couple jobs that people like, but there's a couple professions that people mention that are like quite, I don't know what the word is, like whatever. Like
And then there's the stage.
so there's like estate agents, there's car salesmen, there's like door to door people.
Yeah.
Or something.
Terrible.
They're not terrible. I suppose it's just like you have to like it's a cutthroat
But
industry.
they're bad human beings.
No, bro, like think about how many estate agents are in the world. So you have to really like
They're
try
all
and
evil.
sell. Okay, I've just got a chip on his shoulder against all estate agents.
Yeah.
You're the
And,
one person that's
if anyone from Next is listening, I want my deposit back.
Bro, we can't. I'm cutting out every time you mention their names because I don't want to be done for flipping slander.
All right,
Not
fair.
on, not on this podcast.
They
If you
can
want to
sue me for everything I have.
if you want to make a video, chuck it on YouTube.
You cut the whole conversation or just like beep it out?
No, just beep out the name of the estate agents. But it's a bit obvious. First of all, they don't listen to the podcast anyway. I doubt it. I doubt they're like in their offices right now.
Yeah,
like
they're probably
playing
there.
on
Like,
their
that's the
speakers.
guy. That's the guy.
Imagine
I
them
ripped
playing
off.
it in their speakers, like as they're working, like in the office, like,
Yeah.
"Hey, so I've heard about the two podcasts. This guy used to be our tenant," and then like they're listening to it working, and
They're
they're all like,
tearing into us.
"This estate agent sucks."
But honestly, so we need to get back to them on that.
Yeah, we actually do, man.
And,
I mean, I don't care because I got my deposit back.
No, but we
So
got
hand to you guys.
overcharged first of all, and
I think I got. You know, but eventually they gave us back quite a bit of money, didn't they?
no, it's like £200 each.
don't say us. 'Cause I didn't get a thing.
I got paid from
We
them.
got screwed both years, Vaz. Remember?
Oh yeah, we got screwed.
I won't say his name, but
Yeah, we got screwed by that guy because he tried to say that.
£2,000.
Well, he tried. Oh yeah, he tried to say that we were in true. Like he took $2,000 of our deposit.
$2,000.
Yeah, he took $2,000 of our deposit.
£2,000 or something, and we had to go to the it's not court, but like they have some service. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, it's called a. It's called a.
Arbitrators.
Huh?
It's kind of like an arbitrator between. it's
What
like
is
an
it called? It's
ombudsman
called
or something.
the.
It's called something, but I can't remember, and it's bugging me.
It's not like it's like a. It's like a. Yeah, it's like an arbitrator.
It's like
a-
they hold your deposit as well.
Yeah, it's like some kind of like housing.
Yeah.
And then they like make a decision. But what's it called?
Deposit's mad.
Yeah, but no, but remember, but he was still decent.
In
because, like,
London as well, it's like a month and a half rent.
how much rent are you paying
deposits.
right now, Abs?
I'm paying £682.50 a month
£682.50. Is that without bills?
without bills.
And how many of you is in the house?
4.
That's so much money just because it's London.
Yeah,
That's
and the
insane.
value of the house, I can't remember the exact figures, but the person bought it in '97 and it's worth more than $1 million now. But they bought it for, I'm pretty sure it's less than 100k.
That estate agent is making cake, bro. Because look, he's basically getting 3 bag a month from you lot. Oh my
Basically.
days! But
I'm sure they don't call it 3 bag.
£3,000,
Yeah.
3,000 Great British pounds.
And if you think about it, like most of the stuff, like if there's anything that needs doing, you just take it off people's deposits.
Yeah, you can like.
I don't know why people don't feel like so bad doing that, especially students.
It's money at the end of the
I
day.
think you
innit?
kind of they have an estate agent, it's the estate agent that does it.
Yeah.
So it's not really the landlord. So they're just kind of like, this is what
Property is a
people
good.
tune
Property
in
is a
for.
good game, though, man. Yeah. If you're still listening to this podcast at this point, I rate you. No, but but bro, you know some podcasts that I listen to are like 3 hours long,
Yeah.
and it's just like.
I mean, that's why. Like one of them I listen to is
same. I'm into that
a
stuff.
Bill Burr Monday morning one, and it's literally just him having a conversation with himself
Are you serious?
for like an hour or two.
But I love that
But
stuff.
he's
I
he's
tell
like,
my on my journeys and stuff.
but he's like a stand-up comic. So like you're talking, the ability to talk is insane.
Yeah, you have to. You can't be a boring talker, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know if I am or not yet because I haven't mastered
Oh my
podcasting yet.
god. Well, that's why I listen to your podcast for, is because I struggle to sleep.
Well, have you listened to my first 2 podcasts? Honestly,
Like first 10 minutes, and then I'm.
no. But
Nah, yeah, I have listened to both your.
What did you think? I would love your honest opinion because me and you. In fact, this is something we could tell. But me and you, or you and I, which is the correct way of saying it.
Yeah.
In uni, we're always into podcasts, which are really cool because I don't know many people in the UK that are into podcasts. I know it's a big thing in America,
Yeah.
but you and I used to listen to them quite a lot, and we used to like share podcasts with each other. Like, oh, have you listened to this one? I know you're really into one called Freakonomics. Do
Yeah.
you still listen to that?
Sometimes, if it's an interesting topic.
Yeah, so I'd love to know your thoughts on the first episode of this podcast, especially coming from someone who actually listens to podcasts.
I thought they were both pretty good. Like
Okay.
I liked the one you started obviously with your brother. He's quite ready to talk about certain things and what he likes. I just like the fact that it's not necessarily a certain topic. It's just you kind of talking about whatever you're interested in. And I think
I want it to be like a conversation, man. Like,
exactly.
I don't want it to be like a interview or something. I do want specific people on here that. So, like for example, you're a marketing graduate. It's so cool for people who are listening to know what it's like to go from uni to move to a different city or to go straight into a graduate scheme because that's such a common thing. So
Yeah.
I'd love that's the kind of stuff I love chatting about. But yeah, I don't want I want when I came up with the idea of the podcast, I wanted it to be very just conversational and colloquial. Is that how you say it?
Look, you keep saying that, but I don't know if it's in the right.
Did I say that already today?
Yeah.
I'm only allowed to say it once a day.
Who made that rule up? Just your own rule.
Yeah, but a colloquial. I think I do say it in the right way. It means like It means like slangy.
Yeah, I know what it means. Bro, I did this at work. So bear in mind, they're very, very senior at work. And I was going to go over to talk to them about something. I was quite nervous to talk about it. So when you say something while you're gathering your thoughts, I decided in that moment to explain to something like very, very basic to them. And they just looked at me like, I know what that is. I've been in this industry for 20 years.
Dang.
It's just this awkward moment like, oh.
I do that so much. Like when you're like to fill up time, I start talking and just start talking rubbish. Like when I'm feeling awkward in front of people and stuff, I just like talking to them about things, and then I like start answering my own questions because like they just stay silent. Like, hey man, you good? Yeah, and they just start like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, answering myself. It's the worst. It sucks. What do you think of
Let
these
it all.
Zaha mugs?
I like them. I think I don't know. I think kind of like mugs with your logo on it. It's a bit like having paintings on the ceiling. It's like,
Of yourself.
what are you doing? Have you run out of ways to spend this?
I've run out of way to
I'm
spend
only
these
whining.
Zaha money.
I'm joking.
It's too much. It's not enough way to spend it now, joking.
I think they're a pretty cool thing to have.
For the podcast, I thought it would be.
It's great.
Thanks. No, but I always drink coffee, and so do my guests. I was like, hey, why are we
Get
going
a
to
Zaha
promote?
mug.
Why not promote my company while drinking coffee?
That is genius.
This is why I am a marketing expert, industry standard.
Move out the way, Gary V.
Yeah, this is coming along. If you guys want to have successful companies, I'm gonna go give a keynote
Mugs.
talk. Yeah, I'm gonna give a keynote
It's a
talk. Like,
major key.
I'm gonna jump on the stage like at like a business of like expo. I'm gonna like walk onto stage, and she's gonna be silence, and then like everybody claps me. And the person's gonna be like, ladies and gentlemen, the founder of Zaha, Faisal Chowdhury. Everyone's gonna clap. I walk on stage, and then there's just silence. And I'm like, the first thing I say, ladies and gentlemen, have you heard of mugs? Mugs is the new way to be successful. If you don't have a mug with your company logo on it, that is where you are going wrong. I'm gonna make sure everybody leaves with like having ordered a mug with their company name on it. I only bought 2 of these. They were $5 each. Quite cheap, isn't it? That's quite cheap for a custom mug.
Yeah, and for 2 as well.
That's good china. That's some good ceramics.
That's mad.
When I made it though, like I had to put like, I can't believe we've gone down to talking about how I made
Mugs.
these mugs. But when I made it, you know how like there's our logo on both sides of the mug.
Yeah.
I had to like size them up perfectly so that they were the equal size. So
Wait,
there
why would
is
you?
a
Why
cool
would that be
fact.
so hard? You just kind of copy it. over
No,
there.
because you can't duplicate it.
You can't duplicate what?
You couldn't duplicate the artwork, so you had to like re-upload it twice and do it the same size. Does that make sense or not? I'm just checking
No,
what genre.
because if you're re-uploading it, it's still the same size.
No, but I would already resized it.
But you can just drag it over each other and you can see if it's.
No, you can't because it's like the other side of the mug.
Bro, you could.
Look, have you guys created mugs with logos of your companies on them?
It's
No.
Control C, Control
Actually,
V.
only might have. Have you created cups or something, haven't you, with your logo? Cups and bags.
I could do that if I wanted to.
What create?
And they'd both be the same on the same side.
Bro, this is art. Creating mugs, designing mugs is an art.
That's true.
It's a crazy
Very
art
good
form.
point. Well made.
Thank you very much, bro. Abs, let's get back onto the conversation and topic of yourself.
Oh God.
You are also my most viewed YouTube video.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a big deal.
Yeah, but it's like you were saying before we were on air. It's literally just because
No, I didn't say that.
the way I titled the video. It's the
I
most
didn't say
boring
that.
YouTube video I've made. But the title was "Learning to Speak Somali," and everyone just like watched. All the Somalis must have watched it.
Can I just say, whenever I've been on something that you're doing, it's straight after work. When I'm at my least charismatic and look at me, I'm like most viewed video of yours.
If this is the most listened to podcast, then I'm.
You are not going to live that
Yeah,
down.
I think I'm not. This is,
Every day I'm going to text you.
I'm not even gonna let you know how many views this podcast gets, how many listens it gives.
I'm going to look at it.
How you can't find out. Look, the most. So
I've
our
got contacts.
our video that we made was let me just try to find it on YouTube.
What's your next most popular video?
My next is the one where I announced that I got married.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
So my video is the big. That means meeting me is the biggest moment in your life.
No, it's the biggest moment in my followers' lives
No.
of me. Look, the video. What was the last video we done together? We did a reading your people's embarrassing stories. That got 10,000 views. That wasn't as high as. But bro, like my most viewed video is the video that I done with you, and it's really not good. Like I know some YouTubers who've got like way less subscribers than
Yeah.
me, but like they've got videos with like 1 million or 100,000 views.
And I created controversy in your video.
Why?
They're still arguing about whether there's a Somali word for please or not.
Oh yeah.
For peas.
For please.
Basically, here's what happened. Yeah. So I created a video with Abs, and then in the
Yeah,
video,
let Faz
Abs
tell
is-
this story with his in-depth knowledge of the Somali language. Carry on.
I'm fluent in Somali.
Carry on.
Do you want to have a?
No, carry on.
I'm gonna argue with you in Somali later.
Go on then.
So anyway, me and Abs are creating this. Abs and I are creating this YouTube video where he's teaching me Somali.
His
And
most watched YouTube video.
yeah,
I think I've
okay.
seen it. I'm sure I have.
You probably have seen it. It's been viewed by millions. No, joking. 62,000 people. 62,000 is not that high for like your most viewed video. Not for your most viewed video, bro. Like, bro, I know people with 2,000
I mean, for me,
subscribers.
it's
that
my
got
first
videos.
video, so that's not bad for you.
Bro, I know
That is
people.
good.
I know people who've got like 2,000 subscribers and their videos have got like 200,000 views. But in my defense, like they always like prank videos and challenge videos. I never do prank
Yeah.
videos. It's just not me. Anyway, so we're making this video only where Abs is teaching me Somali, and one of the things he teaches me how to say is please. And he's teaching me how to say something, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
you're asking how to say, can
I'm
I
like,
have a cup of coffee, please?
yeah, and I'm like, how do I say please? And he's like, there's no way of saying please in Somali, and it just caused
Yeah.
a barrage, I don't know if that's a word, of comments on the YouTube video like, he doesn't know Somali, he's a fake Somali, like, please in Somali is Fadlan. And then Abs was like, no, Fadlan is please in Arabic, not in Somali.
No, people are arguing on there going, Fadlan is Arabic, it's not Somali, and then other people are coming.
Watching that, I was like, you must be joking.
No, but genuinely, no, there's no like direct like word for please. Like you can say certain stuff like "Adoralia," which is like, oh, if you're willing, like can you
That-
do
you just
this
made a
willingly? Can you do this
Adoralia.
willingly, or stuff like that? But there's not like a direct word for please.
Bro, do you know
And then the
what?
one we use is like a derivative of Arabic, which some people use. But in reality, no one says please when you speak. Like you don't. Like I don't say it when I'm speaking to my mum. She don't say it back to me.
Please in Punjabi is
Bro,
please.
Faz barely speaks. Please,
Please.
just pronounce it with a B instead of a
Pronounce
P.
it, yeah. Please in Somali.
I can't think of one in order.
But it is a very like
Yeah, no, it isn't. I don't think there is a please in Punjabi.
I think in other languages, even in like my French knowledge. S'il vous plaît. It's a bit longer than just please.
That's the only way he knows in French.
Yeah, 5 years. And that's all I learned.
You lived in France 5 years?
No, I learned French in school for 5 years.
Same, I did as well.
Yeah,
I
I told them though.
I've
This is
entry-level German.
here's how smart I was at a young age. I said if you teach me German, I'll learn it. If you teach me French, I won't. I was definitely right on not learning French.
But I learned German in school. I've got an entry level in German.
I got cousins in Germany, so I would have spoke to them.
I can say. I don't know what I can say in German.
Shall I tell you one funny thing on
Tell.
the other YouTube video?
What other YouTube
Someone wrote,
On the embarrassing stories one.
yeah,
Yeah.
someone wrote, how can I find a guy like that? And then I think she was worried that they'll get mixed up. So in capital letters, she wrote, Faisal. Just in case someone was gonna suggest someone like me.
Nah, man, you get
And
mad
then-
love.
And then yeah, someone else went in on you, but you probably
Where they said something rude about me.
no, it's not even that. It's quite funny.
What did they say? I read it.
Like his lips make me sick, or something like that. I was like, gee, some people go in on this thing.
Bro, I've uploaded a video like the other day on YouTube, and I thought the quality, the content was really good.
Yeah.
It was a video called it talks about like all the equipment that I use in my videos and stuff. And after I've filmed it, edited it, and like exported it, I'm watching the video in HD, and I'm like, damn, my lips are really dry in this video. And I didn't know if I followed. No one's commented on it yet, as I said that you licked your lips. Did someone comment on it?
That was what they said.
No. I'm talking about this recent video that.
Oh no, I don't know the
Yeah.
reason.
Like,
I'm not like you're a moderator. Like I'm not going through
You
these.
watch my videos
Yeah.
and just check lips moist.
Well,
Good.
I tell you what, I don't know how many people had time to like comment. I'm not saying like it's bad to comment, but certain comments you're like, there are better ways to spend your life than arguing
Yeah,
about.
I mean, I like the comments. I like people engaging with my content. I like that.
I'm
And
not-
like the 90% of the comments are so positive, so I don't really read the negative ones. And someone telling me that my lips are dry isn't necessarily a negative comment. It's more like
not, yeah.
it's more like a tip for future moisture.
Yeah, but if any of the watchers are watching, they were wrong about the Somali word for please thing. Just for the record.
I think Fadlan is how you say please in Somali. Me being a Somali expert, I think Fadlan is the way you say it.
They're wrong.
Well, I think I'm right. Oh, where's my phone? This has been congratulations. You've just broken another record. This has been the longest podcast I've ever created. It's my third one.
It's felt like it.
If you
How long is it now?
It's been about hour and 40 minutes.
Do you know what you need? You need like some podcasts. They've got like a screen, or not. Even if no one else can see it, you can like watch stuff or mention something
But I
and
was
then
thinking
talk
about that.
about
But you know
that.
what
That'd be
these?
sick.
Do you know what these
And
podcasts have? They have like an engineer that's like in the background of it,
Yeah.
and they like make sure the audio's still working fine, and they like,
But
pull stuff up.
you're doing that yourself, and you don't really need it as long as you got a setup there that doesn't get in the way, and you got your laptop, and then you can just do it.
I did have that. I did have that before, but the problem with it was there wasn't actually a problem with it. No, but when I get a new place, inshallah, I want to have like a screen like here, like next to us, so that the viewers can see it as well, or something.
Okay.
Like just a floating screen in the air. I'm gonna look for some. I always end my podcast with current events. I mean,
Go on then.
well, I say always, but
Should we look at
the same
current
third
events?
thing,
Have you
so I'm
got
gonna-
one ready?
I'm gonna look at current events now.
Charlotte.
The last podcast we found the craziest current events. It was of like in Georgia in America. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's this clown. These no, sorry,
Oh,
these
so
clowns
I
are
saw
kidnapping
that
people.
clown one, yeah.
Clowns are kidnapping people in America. That's insane. They're kidnapping kids. I'm gonna put up some current events.
For all the
now.
football fans, Liverpool beat Chelsea on Friday, so
I actually used to be a Liverpool fan back in the.
they didn't.
back
Did you
in-
actually?
When I was a kid, yeah. I didn't. I don't know. I
You
think I was
grow
just.
out a bit. Basically.
Oh look, man held over New York bomb attacks after shootout. Did you hear about this New York bomb?
Yeah. I've just literally heard about. I'm usually very like on top of the news, but recently I haven't been. So it's like really improvised stuff, wasn't it?
Oh, it was
Apparently they use like them old school flip phones.
Taxi driver kill you.
What for the bomb?
Yeah,
Apparently.
and like just it's really like makeshift stuff apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about it.
Yeah,
I mean, I know it happened
picture
and
of the
stuff.
suspect.
Oh, here we go. How about this for current events? Legoland sexual assaults.
Why is yours always like some sort of like kidnap or you can't?
Hey,
create that
check
kind of
this.
scene?
All right, you guys ready for some current events chat? Yeah. Okay, here we go. I should really have like a current event. Okay. So TV appeal to find man who sexually assaulted 6-year-old at Legoland. The mother of 2 girls who were assaulted as they played at the park are appearing on Crime Watch to try and find the attacker. 2 mothers whose 6-year-old girls were sexually assaulted during a trip to Legoland over the summer holidays have spoken about the attack. The children were touched inappropriately by a man believed to be in his late teens or early 20s as they played on a fort structure in a pirate-themed playground at the theme park in Windsor. Speaking to BBC Crime Watch ahead of a televised appeal, one of the parents said, "I wasn't concerned about them behind in there. I was concerned with one of them running out and getting lost. So one of us was at the entrance to catch them." You just wouldn't think that there was another adult in there. The 2 girls had put Legoland on their bucket list of places they wanted to visit during the school break and were attacked between 12:15 and 12:30. Oh, so there was a 15-minute window in which they were attacked. The offender was described as being in his late teens or early 20s. An e-fit image has been made of him. And yeah, but he in the e-fit he has grey hair. He's a aging 20-year-old. An e-fit, and he has been described as white, possibly 5 foot 8 inches tall, and wearing dark trousers, a dark t-shirt, and trainers at the time of the assault. That's horrible, man. Like, how can you? Oh man,
Is that what his description?
that's his description. At the time, Thames Valley Police urged anyone who was at Legoland on the day of the assault check their cameras. The force added, such offences are extremely rare, and we are working on closely with Legoland to identify the suspect. Man, there's some sick people in this world, man.
Yeah.
Have you found any current events?
No, nothing that was interesting.
Nothing like a.
Did you see the race, the Brownlee Brothers race?
The what race?
The Brownlee Brothers.
No.
Like
What's that?
There's 2 brothers. They're called Brownlee Brothers because their last name is Brownlee.
The last is what? Brownlee.
What was it about them? Just that they're
The triathlon, like one of the brothers about to collapse, and the other brother was like he had the chance to win the race, but he stopped in order to help his brother finish.
yeah.
It was really cool.
Do you remember you did your sorry
Wow,
Your
that's how much. That's how
your
much I was
project
cared about your
on-
current events.
on I just saw the story, but on the surveillance stuff.
Yeah, I did my
uni.
dissertation. on it.
Dissertation on it.
Yeah.
They just they're putting out that Edward Snowden film now as well. They got what's his name, Gordon Levitt playing it.
Abs, did you have a dissertation?
Nah, we did like in a group. We did like a business idea. Do you remember you helped out with that? Yeah.
It was
That sick idea. It's called tapioca wraps.
I remember that. That took up my entire. You took up a lot of. You made me design the website for or something.
Oh yeah, you actually did do something. But then I
actually
did
do
not.
something.
I did not take as much of your time as you did of mine
On what?
on your surveillance one.
Oh, my dissertation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well, you
it-
made me go to your presentation of it.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I don't think I'm helping that.
I got like a 92 or something.
Yeah, in the presentation.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, but you didn't need me there.
It was because you were there, bro. Guys, have you heard this other thing as well about Hillary Clinton?
What, the collapse?
Yeah. So apparently Hillary Clinton has been shown signs of like being really ill recently,
Yeah.
like worryingly ill, and like she's been collapsing and stuff. Apparently she was at the 9/11 memorial thing and she had to leave early because she collapsed, and apparently she has just been doing acting weird, and some kind of like specialist or something out there has said that she's showing signs of I can't remember what she said, like brain tumor. That's what she said. But
So
that's just like someone like guessing,
Yeah.
of watching her. Like
No, from what we know, from what's put out, like from what I can read, is she's got like walking pneumonia, which is like not the viral one, but the bacterial one. But it's called like walking pneumonia. But it's like basically usually if you take like antibiotics and rest for like 6 to 8 weeks or something like that, I think it is, you're usually fine. The problem she has is she's running for office, so she can't afford
Bro,
to
that
take.
takes it out of you, man.
She can't afford to just rest for 6 to 8 weeks, so she has to keep going.
That
So-
stuff takes it out.
And she's running against Donald Trump, so she might as well risk it.
Yeah, man. Like, if you're running president, you're literally. I don't know how they're not even are sleeping right now.
Yes,
Who
man.
would you vote for if you were there?
I would vote for Clinton purely because,
Of your.
Because of Trump.
yeah, I don't think you should let him in charge. But usually I'm not much of a.
Like it's difficult because I don't think any of them are really fit.
Yeah,
But Trump is just like out of the question.
yeah,
So that like I would be forced to vote for Clinton.
yeah. But generally, I think in like the American elections, I think the Democrats are a bit more sane.
Guys, there's this other article in current events about a robot builder. So they built this robot.
That builds robots.
The robot is a builder itself,
Okay.
and it can build houses in 2 days.
That's
And
old, isn't it?
Huh?
That's old, isn't it?
the article was published Tuesday 13th of September. So yeah, that isn't actually that
By who?
recent.
They're really late. That came out like a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Sky News.
I didn't realize this was so old. This article, but yeah. So, it's a very small house. The article was like, robot builder builds house in 2 days, and then you show the house, and it's like the house could fit in my room. And the robot took 10 years to create and has cost about £4.5 million in research and development so far. Dude, you're spending £4.5 million on a robot that's taking you 10 years to develop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some stuff
it built-
is
it can
bad.
build a
I remember
small
this
house.
study, they spent like millions and millions on like
That's so much money.
testing rats going through a maze and humans then doing it. And at the end of it, their conclusion was that if you take away the reward at the end, rats will stop going, but humans will just keep on going.
That's a conclusion
That
of
was-
spending
that was
millions.
the only.
Bro, I remember in business.
I don't know how true that
Do
is.
you remember Sam's rat?
Did he have a rat in the house that we were in?
Yeah, we had a rat in our house, pet rat.
Oh no, it wasn't a rat. It was like a hamster.
It was a hamster.
Yeah,
But I
For a
called it a
little
rat.
while.
I called it a rat every time to annoy Sam.
yeah.
But anyway,
Sam used to get so annoyed.
yeah, I know he's
Yeah,
he's
he
not rat.
loves animals.
Yo, but anyway, did you know that Jasper died?
Well, when did it die? I refuse to call it. Like,
It was a he.
I don't care. When did it die?
Bro,
Sorry, Sam.
Jasper was a he.
I do care, but like, I think it's funny when people like treat certain animals like you should treat them nicely, but not like it's a person. Like I met Jasper. Like
Yes,
Jasper
Jasper
does not know you.
died. But do you remember Jasper had a Twitter account?
oh yeah.
Right, let me tell you about Jasper's death.
No, you lot made Jasper a Twitter account and tweeted on Jasper's behalf.
Let me just tell you something about Jasper. So basically, for the listeners, we had a flatmate called Sam.
Yeah.
And he had a pet hamster called Jasper, who he bought in uni. I'm trying to find a conversation. Oh, I don't think I have the conversation. I don't have it. Jasper. No, I don't have it. But basically, I was texting Sam like, "Hey man, how's Jasper?" And he was like,
There you go.
he's like, "Faz, I know you'll be really upset to hear this, but Jasper died." And I was like,
Jasper hadn't tweeted since like the 14th of June 2015.
"He's dead, man. He's
Yeah.
dead.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you need to accept it."
Tweeted too though.
But Sam isn't like mad at it. He didn't
For
seem like.
dying. He's not mad at it for
upset.
dying.
Should we text Sam right now and ask him how? Well, not ask him how Jasper is. Stuff. But I mean, like, hey, I'm gonna text him now. Hey Sam, I'm currently with Abs and Onali. We're thinking about you whilst shooting a podcast on air. I'm gonna write thinking of Jasper too.
That's deep.
I'm gonna say why is it deep to say I was thinking?
That's 5 messages in a row you sent him.
Why did?
Why couldn't you send it as one block?
Because I'm the type of person that sends like loads of little messages at once, whereas Sam is the type of person that will respond with an essay.
like
Yeah,
one
and
big message.
It will be like very good prose.
But he's gonna be really slow at he's really slow at replying, so I don't know if he'll reply instantly. But I'm gonna say, think of Jasper too. He really was a special rat
Wow.
/ hamster. They're the same family, aren't they? Surely.
I'm not an expert.
Jasper was cool though, man. Like he used to, but Jasper got fat.
I didn't pay that much attention because I was in my third year uni and I had a lot of exams and stuff.
That's still a life.
So yeah, there you go. That was like, were we even allowed to have pets?
I actually feel
Nice.
really, really deep for writing that now because that was
Yeah,
his
you
pet,
should.
and I've written he was a special rat when like
For
he
like-
died.
For like humor as well.
But
Yeah,
but
he went in on a
Huh?
dead.
He hated that as well.
Yeah.
did he?
He hated
No, like Sam got on with that banter, man.
Nah, he never.
Me and tell me how much he hated it.
Really? Yeah.
I'm sure he didn't like it. Imagine like, well, Abs, give us a good example of what he's doing to another animal.
What's that?
Give me like another example. Like he's calling the hamster a rat.
I imagine someone died and then you called them something else.
Okay, I've just said.
There you go. That's
I
an
just said
example.
to him, look, I've corrected myself. I said hamster. I said I feel really deep for saying that, but he was a special hamster. He was a special hamster. He was Sam's hamster.
What was special about the hamster?
He was Sam's. Sam used to like him. What's wrong with having a special pet hamster?
Has he got another one?
No, he never got another hamster after that. Well,
Why would you-
basically, what happened
I
is he
remember I
kept his
bought a
little-
rabbit with someone else for someone's birthday.
I remember you bought someone a rabbit. Who did you? Did you buy it for Roddy?
No. Roddy
You
wanted
bought
a
someone
present
else.
for someone. I was like, why don't you get him a hamster?
And you actually got them a hamster.
Then no, we went there and they didn't have any hamsters, but they had rabbits. And then the guy was like, I
What
need
is-
to check your ID to see if you're over 16 because under 16 years old
You
tend
can't.
to do like a lot of impulsive buys.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, so we were like, check our ID. I don't know how that's supposed to prove. Because ours was a pretty impulsive buy. And yeah, and then we just got him this rabbit. Like at first he's like, oh, it's pretty funny. But then after 2 days, I think he took it home to his home. Like he lived in the countryside somewhere, and then they gave it to another family. Either that or they made some rabbit stew.
Man, I just not. I'm not a pet guy, you know. I don't.
Yeah, I can't imagine you with pets. Would you have pets?
I've had a
Ever?
goldfish. I've had a goldfish.
If you had kids, would you want pets?
I mean, I wouldn't say no to a cat, but my.
I was
you know-
thinking cat.
Actually, you know what? I was about to say someone told me about the story, but it was actually Sam that told me about this.
What?
His mum. So his mum used to have a cat.
Yeah.
And then the little brother was born,
Okay.
and the cat became so like possessive over the mum's attention, and because she would like give a lot of attention to the baby, that the cat started like trying to attack the baby, so they had to give the cat away.
Yeah, there's loads of stories like that. Or like some cats will attack your feet if you're wearing socks.
Why?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, so if you're around a cat,
It's
you
gonna
have
sound
to
weird, but I
take your
watched
socks off.
An entire program on it.
Why? I'm wearing socks right now. If we were in a if there was a cat right now, let's just say that my feet would be being bit right now.
What about like an interesting pet, like a parrot?
I know someone
And
has
they
a
won't
parrot at
die
their
as
house.
well for ages.
I'm just not a pet. I don't know if I can look after myself, let alone a pet. I don't know. I would neglect it probably. I would be a bad pet owner.
Yeah.
Added to the fact
Why
that
did you want support there?
I wanted someone to tell me that I'd be a great pet owner.
Sorry.
However, in uni, I did actually feed a stray cat a can of tuna.
You could basically have a child. You're that responsible.
If I had a child, at least we know that I could feed it a can of tuna.
You would be very bad at that. You
I-
need to like up your skills. On
I
that
drained
area.
the tuna as well, I think, before I gave it to
Fair play. Did you buy the tuna specifically for the cat?
No, I had a can of tuna, and I was like, I was like, yo, Hugh, there's a cat.
Oh, I remember you now.
Yeah, I was like, Hugh, there's a cat, and I
Poor
want to feed
guy.
it some tuna. And he was like, yeah, man, do it. Like, feed tuna to this cat. So he went out. Guys, Sam hasn't replied to my text, and I actually think I might have offended him.
Yeah, you probably did.
No, oh man, why am I such a suckish friend? I actually liked his hamster. I never wanted him to bring it out of the cage, but I wasn't mad at the
Aren't you
hamster.
like scared of all animals?
Yeah, but I'm not mad at it.
Nothing personal on it.
Yeah, I don't hate his hamster. Let me just see. I'm gonna check out his Instagram quick.
What, to see if he posted something since the last time you sent him a message?
Need
To
to
see if
see.
he's on his phone.
No, I just haven't checked it. Does he even have Instagram anymore? I can't find his. I can't. His Instagram was saying different.
Yo, Don, I've seen you. I've been in London a year, and this is the second time I see you.
Bro, I know.
That's
But
bad,
it's
isn't
not
it?
even. It's not even fair.
Yo, how bad is it? I just went on Sam's Instagram, and every single picture of his Instagram is pictures of animals, because he's like loves animals that much, and I just messaged him insulting his dead hamster.
When I lived abroad, I had a pet lamb, and then it grew fat, and then we ate it.
Yeah, I don't even.
I remember
think
telling that
that's
story to Sam.
false.
Yo, my mom asked me, where are you?
Yeah.
And then I phoned just like,
Share the location.
kind of, because it said share location. I
Well-
accidentally, clicked on it. And then it said my location.
Oh
but
no! Now your mum knows that you're at my house.
That is bad news.
Your mum's gonna turn up. Why are you stealing my son? Oh, yeah, have you got iOS 10?
Yeah.
Same. Do you like it? What do you think about it? I've heard a lot of people say bad stuff about it. I love it.
I think it's really cool, but I think it's made my phone a bit slower. Like some actions are a bit.
Oh, my phone's fine. I didn't even know that the 7 was out, and then everyone was like, "Oh, I got the 7," and I was like, "Oh." That's what happens when you leave that company. You never.
Don't know. But how much of a difference does a 7 make? Like, do you need?
I heard the front camera's really good.
I've not even checked it out. No, I think if you get the latest version at the time you buy it, you can wait 2 years for the next one. Usually on
But
every
I don't
phone.
have a contract anymore. Like I have a SIM only contract because I bought my thing out. So I bought my iPhone 6s. So I'd have to pay outright for another one if I was to carry this on.
Or get
Bro,
a contract.
how do you listen to my podcast on the Android? Do you use an app?
Yeah, I've got an app
Stitcher.
called. Hang on. It's called Podcast Republic.
And my app my podcast just happens to be on there.
Yeah, you just search it and it's on there.
That's dope.
Even if it's not on there, you can get the link and then put it in. But I don't think I've had to do it once. I think I can't remember for which podcast. Oh no, actually for this app, I hadn't had to do that. It's fine. It's a really good app. So if you're on an Android, Podcast Republic is the app to get.
Bro, do you know what's gonna suck about this podcast?
That is long as
Apart from
hell.
the content. No, I'm joking. The fact that my podcast take ages to upload to YouTube because
It's
the-
long.
yeah, they upload in seconds to the iTunes app, but to YouTube, bro, they take so long, and like that's when they're 1 hour long. This is 2 hours long.
That's mad.
Yeah, we should definitely end this podcast now. Right.
Goodbye.
Yeah, that's the end of the podcast. Okay, thank you for listening, guys. If you managed to get to the end of this, by the end we had like kind of given up. We were just like having like very slow
This
conversation.
is what it's actually like to hang out with us.
Yeah, you guys just hung out with us. Oh, and even the GoPro, the
That's
camera
given
died.
up.
Oh, so even the cameras died. So I wonder at what point that died as well. Give me 2 secs. Okay, give me a sec.
What are you saying goodbye? But you could just literally be an outro on the video, and then on YouTube you'd be like, to listen to the full thing, download the. No one's gonna. That's very well done.
Yeah, I can't even. I'm just gonna hold it. So everything just died on us because we've been podcasting for so long. I don't know at what point the camera died, so there's probably a lot of this where the camera's dead. But well, from myself, from Abs, and from Only, thank you very much for listening. If you managed to get to the end, this podcast actually come out differently because the last 2 podcasts I uploaded like one every Friday, but this one.
You're not uploading it on Friday.
Huh?
You're not uploading this one on Friday.
No, this one I'm uploading. Only just sent me a handwriting on
Bro, I didn't know you could do that.
text. I didn't know how you could do that either.
I just accidentally tilted my phone and it just came up.
Let's wrap this up, Faisal.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I taught you how to say your name properly as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, so this podcast is coming out like midweek, as in like tomorrow or something. As soon as I've got it ready to put out.
Ooh, switching it up.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Okay, guys, thank you very much for listening. Remember to check out izaha.com. That's izaha.com for the Arabic hats. Ow, man, my ears hurt. Abs, do you have any last words?
No.
Okay, in that case, thank you very much for listening. Thank you for being here. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Salam, greetings of peace. Goodbye. See you later.